Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Ain't No Place for a Hero is a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. A gritty, cutthroat world where politics, sorcery, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Treachery and murder both come cheap, and characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor.
This is episode 138 of Ain't No Place for a Hero. The party have turned their attention back to Tarak Nev and the secrets that forsaken city may hold. Our story begins with our heroes finding themselves at the walls of the dead city, deciding their next move. Niathanel, who scouted ahead, has just reported seeing a massive, red, demonic face in place of where the city gates should be, and all have heard a horrific, infernal-sounding voice hailing them. Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known as GM Chance, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the first game of 2025 for the Of Horrors and Heroes YouTube channel. What game are we playing tonight? The story that we're playing is Ain't No Place for a Hero. Speaking of heroes, these are the 8 characters which are in play this evening. There are a lot of them. It's a big party. A number of the players that we'll hear from in a second do play a couple of characters each. In just 1 second, we are going to go to a pre-recording. This recording's coming to you out in internet land in January 2025. A couple of months back, we got together here in the beautiful city of Auckland, New Zealand, as we do each year, to have an in-person game. And as part of that, we did some recordings, some quizzes of the about the 8 faces that you can see up on screen, and we're slowly making our way through each one of those quizzes. And in a second or so, we'll go to one of those pre-recordings, which will tell you a little bit more about the face, one of the faces anyway, that you can see on the screen in front of you. Before we do that. The regular part of what we do is just to say simply thanks, and we really appreciate the support and the encouragement and the enthusiasm and just the interest from people that follow both this story, the Ain't No Place for a Hero story, but also the other game that we run, which is Twilight of the Old Order. Really do appreciate it. The fact that people are actively interested in characters and development and storylines and plots and things is really great. So yeah, please keep the messages coming. What we'd say to someone who's perhaps stumbled across maybe this video for the first time, or maybe has watched 1 or 2 of our videos, if you're enjoying it, if you're getting something out of it, we really would like a like down below, or even better, a subscribe. A couple of seconds from you really does help the channel grow, and it helps our stories get out and reach more people, like the kind of people that watch this, be introduced to the role-playing games that we play. All right, no more further ado. We are going to cut to one of those quizzes that I mentioned earlier on. I've lost track in terms of the edits that I'm going through, exactly where we're up to, so it'll be a bit of a mystery to me once we start the record, once we go to that edit, which we're about to do right now.
Very good.
Kia ora, I'm Alex and I play Keros, who is a weather mage.
Recently revived from the dead, so not sort of like 100% complete or all there, but still loving life. Recently fallen in love, and her companion Victory comes with her everywhere she goes. So we're here today to see how well the other party members actually know Keros with quick fire 5 questions. Ready? Okay, question number 1. What would Keros's retirement plan be? We did discuss this in game.
Wow.
I will tell you 3 main points to it, if that's helpful.
Yes.
I will accept variations on a theme. Yep. Might actually be my retirement plan, just saying. Wrong one. Okay.
That's another pointless. I don't even know what a retirement plan is.
So, Giles, cat home?
Get home, overlooking the beach, with the husband at home.
That's quite sweet.
Said animal sanctuary.
Very good.
Healthy cats.
That is cute.
Cat home, beside a beach, and the Cloud Club presidency.
Nice little fusion.
Love it.
I've got a cottage, grey, and animals.
So I've got a cottage in the woods with a special person and collecting rescue animals either from like people's backyards or like from the slaughterhouse and just living with them and nature. But I mean, definitely Pete. I think Graham.
Well, a third of one.
No, I'd give. I know the beach, the woods, somewhere in the nature. So I feel like that's a point. I feel like half a point for Aiden,
He's so nice.
and I feel like a point for you too, Giles.
I'll take
Well
it.
done.
I'll take it.
That probably should have been a 3-point question, but yeah, well done. And might also be my retirement plan. Stealing people's animals from their backyard. Okay, question number 2.
Scraping roadkill.
How did Keros come to have her power?
Wow.
Lots of writing. Right. Ready? John? Given by the gods? Cloud Club training. That's so
Training.
cute.
Genius.
Magic experiment went wrong.
Cute.
Radioactive spice.
It's a bit like the whole.
It's family. Her family's always had magic in them, but the farmers and magicians.
Oh,
Yeah.
well done, Pete. Maternal line. She did. She inherited from her mother's side, and her family are farmers. So I'm going to give Pete a full point for that one. I'm going to give you half a point because you're all cute.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Level 2, without a doubt.
If the GM's okay with that. Okay. Number 3, which I feel we've covered,
Oh no.
is what was the name of the school group Keros was a member of? Obviously, a very sore point. Can I spell? Yeah. This should be a quick fire question. Giles,
I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
all good?
Can't even come up with that anyway.
Cloud Club, Cloud Club, the Cloud Club, Cloud Club.
I really should have said Cloud Club.
Okay. Number 4. What 2 weapons, besides her handed, this one, is Keros trained in?
Oh, that's tough.
Now, rarely used, but they have come out. So rarely used, when I told the GM this question, I actually got my own answer wrong. come out not as often as those magic fingers, though.
Not around at all.
Oh, they have?
Early days.
Early days.
No, on recent.
Really?
Yep.
No
A
idea.
dagger and a bow, short sword, light bow, long sword, bow, sword. It's a composite bow and a long sword. So I'm going to say yes. What have you got, Aiden?
I had short sword and light bow, so no.
But I feel like you've got bow and sword, and these boys got a point
Pretty
for bow and
good,
sword,
yeah,
so I'll
pretty
give that
good.
to you.
I think I'm a total fan.
What did you have?
Dagger and bow.
Yeah, half.
Yeah,
I'll give you
yeah.
half.
I'll take that.
I'm
I don't
pretty
know.
generous today.
Yeah, you are.
I wonder if the GM's getting a bit nervous about all the PowerPoints, the XP that's been given out. All right, final question. What is Karis's favourite spell?
Oh.
It's a great question.
Thank you.
Mm.
What is the answer, Giles?
Is it Ice Bolt?
Ice bolt.
I've also got ice.
Ice bolt.
I put shock bolt.
Shock bolt. It is close to shock bolt, but I will give you
Alright.
half because it's the same family.
Same thing. We'll take it.
She does go between the two, but definitely the shock bolt. And that is well done.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done. Thank you so much.
Very good. And now back to GM in the studio.
There we go. Hopefully you found that quiz of one of the players, of their fellow players, both interesting and amusing. We had a lot of fun recording them. You might note quite a few grins and some cackles, and the GM just barely able to hold in his laughter off camera as we recorded those. They were a lot of fun to do. All right, we do spend a bit of time in this channel, or in this game, I should say, getting to know the characters a bit more in depth. We think it makes for a richer game, and as part of that, I, as the GM, send out some character development questions, just teasers really, to get people's minds churning over a little bit more about the character before they play, and they answer either one or maybe a couple of those questions now. And now's the time that we go to Alex to kick it off for her character, Keros. Floor's yours, Alex.
Kia ora, I'm Alex and I play Keros, and we've got another set of questions which I get excited about when there's so many I want to answer. I'm going to kind of do 1.5 because what is the most dangerous spell your character has cast? Just like to say it's every spell if you're on the other end of it. But that's not the question I'm actually going to answer. I'm going to answer what's the most majestic beast your character has seen?
Mm.
And until recently, that's Victory, the cat, obviously, magnificent, and a valued member of the party. But the answer now is Grey.
Oh, yes.
Grey is definitely the most majestic beast Keros has ever seen. They are having a little tiff, but they're just working through a few issues, and maybe some conversations around loyalty and commitment and things like that. But Keros's answer is Grey.
Excellent. And kind of why did Grey try to murder her and things like that?
Yeah, just a few, not biggies.
Not biggies. Yeah, just a few things
We can work through it.
Yeah, of course. Excellent. Very good. Who would you like to? And by the way, our viewers can't see this, but I can see that there is actually a real life pussycat on screen, who is quite delightful. Anyway, yes, we shouldn't tantalize our viewers with descriptions of cats that they can't see. Who would you like to hear from next?
Can we please hear from Pete?
Sure, thank you. Yes, I think good question to be asking Grey. Why did you try to kill me? Right. Kia ora, I'm Pete, and I playing 2 characters tonight. First of which is Leif. And the question I'd like to answer for Leif is, what's the most forbidden place your character has explored? We do tend to go to sort of our job to go to places that people that are not particularly welcoming. By forbidden, I'm going to use, well, most forbidding, perhaps. I think the place that springs to mind is the Lords of Arcana ruin under the Black Core, I believe it is, right at the beginning of this adventure. We were exploring this place and came across the dagger that Kyros has got, and it was sort of the underground tomb, and there was a sort of a mysterious door we were sort of trying to figure out how to open, and we were just getting really bad vibes. It just felt like a really, really nasty, bad place to be. And I think the party was split at some point, and as it turns out, there was some sort of metal guardian machine, sort of brought to life thing that one of our party members, Valdez, I think, did an amazing job of incapacitating. But yeah, that's quite forbidding. I don't think the rest of us saw it, but we certainly heard about it afterwards. So that was definitely a scary place to be. Other places would be the in-between, I would say. So it's Leif. And for Mythan, what's the most unique form of transportation your character has used? I guess for her, one memorable form of transportation is in the hold of a ship when we were under torture. That's quite a unique way of travelling. And that'll never leave her mind. Another unique form of transportation is the using the travelling stones, the navigator stones. But I suppose one weird form of transportation she's experienced is being somehow transferred into the in-between. Don't know how that happened. And then the one that was under their control, more under their control, was exiting the in-between, where we sort of got to point on a map where we wanted to go, and using, and this was with Soon, who is a sort of an astral traveller, somehow travelling between dimensions. She used a device with sort of crystals and stones in it to teleport us back to where we needed to go. Really, I don't think many people have done that. Can we please hear from Tarquin?
Excellent. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, Champion, thanks, Pete. It's really interesting. Look, I'm going to take a little bit of a liberty for Tarquin and answer two questions very quickly. And the reason I'm going to answer these questions is because Tarquin's controller and Tarquin might have slightly different views on these two questions. So, what is the strangest gift your character has ever received? So Tarquin's controller thinks the strangest gift he's ever received is a bodily organ. Tarquin, on the other hand, did not see that as a strange gift at all. And how does Tarquin deal with pain or injury? He's a young elf, he's pretty tough. Nothing hurts him, he's strong, life is cool. His controller thinks that's total nonsense. And we've seen that on one occasion when he came across the woman dressed in black up in the tower, and he lost his mind. And so that might not have been physical pain, but it was certainly psychological pain, and he did a pretty bad job of managing it. And so, yeah, sometimes Tarquin's controller and Tarquin see things a bit differently. And on that note, maybe I'll pass over to Aiden.
Nice one.
Thank you. I'm playing two characters tonight. So the first one I'm playing is Grey, who is a marvelous beast. I'm going to answer for him, how does your character feel about other adventurers? I think he's pretty grateful for the other adventurers because he can do a lot of things, but he can't do everything. And they've definitely got him out of a lot of precarious situations, and also, he's pretty grateful for Kyros. I think he's feeling pretty bad about what he did at the moment, even though it wasn't totally in his control. He still feels, pretty awful about it, and so he's just going to be a bit grovelly, probably, for the next wee while. But yeah, no, he's very grateful for all of them. They've kept him alive, and
Cool.
Couldn't really do anything without them. And then for Demos, the other character I'm playing tonight, how does Demos deal with pain, I would say he just ignores it and just keeps on, just grunts through it, pretends it's not there, and just is super staunch and strong and silent.
Excellent. Strong, silent type.
Yes.
Excellent. Last person, Graham.
Yes.
Yes. Two characters tonight. First of all is Niathanel. What is the strangest gift your character has received? Well, against all odds, many moons ago, we took part in a huge gladiatorial type combat thing in a strange city. I can't remember. Manta, was it? I can't remember the name of the city. Anyway,
Ely.
Ely. And we just arrived in town, and suddenly we were doing this. We were the stars of the show with this big contest, and weirdly enough, we won it, and we were quite happy with ourselves. And then the gift we got for this, great event that brought prestige and honor to this family, and probably a lot of cash as well. They gave us a weird bit of art and a tax liability, so that was quite weird. So we were a bit pissed off about that, and then they gave us a spear that we had to deliver to someone, which really got us up the shit. So let's not go back to Ely, and let's never do anything with that family ever again. That was just a complete disaster from start to finish. Etienne, the most unique form of transportation your characters used. Well, I was going to say the same actually. Traveling through time isn't something you do every day. So that would be tops. However, Etienne has recently had the experience of being floated and bobbing around and being towed by other characters, which is a bit weird, really. And a big man in armor just sort of floating around as if he's weightless, and he felt that a bit strange, particularly being at the mercy of someone tugging on his severed arm. Anyway, that's me.
Could you just describe for viewers' benefit, perhaps, about his arm? Like what's he gotten instead of an arm?
So I roll up this new exciting character, and we went off on our adventure, and he got spat on by some beast, which sprayed out acidic stuff, and it burnt his fucking hand off. So which is useful so I'm a new shiny character with one hand. Luckily it was his left, but yeah, eventually we managed to get to civilization where someone was able to fashion at great expense a prosthetic arm, a hand, I should say, but although it's not really a hand, it's just it's a shield. It's a means to bolt on his shield to his arm, and nothing more than that.
So he has. So he does need someone each morning, someone's assistance to screw in or bind the shield to his stump, basically.
Yeah.
Did you die though?
No, just
no.
I just have my hand.
Are you ugly?
No, just my hands burnt. He's beautiful, actually. He's got an appearance of 100. So no, he's pretty gorge. I mean, not as gorgeous as the magisterial beast, or whatever he's called now, but he tries.
Just back to the tax liability. I mean, to be fair, you were given a mansion. You were given a villa.
Yeah, but it had like about 2 decades of tax owing to it. We didn't have the means to pay. So otherwise, yes, we'd have sold it and sold it and got 87 short swords, but unfortunately we didn't, and we weren't able to do that. And instead, we buggered off for giving a crappy spear.
Interesting to know whether you still technically own that. Who knows?
The spear?
No, the villa that you were given.
I don't think we'll be going back.
Oh, okay. So just to again, for viewers and listeners' benefit, this is episode 138. We started recording these around episode 60, I think, or thereabouts. So there was a lot of material and a lot of adventures and a lot of losing of hands and getting of villas and all kinds of other stuff and getting weird presents from people that went on, obviously, before we clicked the record button. So you often hear, dear viewer or dear listener, a reference back to something that happened quite some time ago. Very good. Well met. That is the team. And up on screen now, that is the team with their associated names. And there are the questions up there as well. Great. Now, Pete, we talked about this off camera. You were able to make some of last session, but you did have to depart early. So perhaps a bit of a combination of both yourself, Graham, and me jumping in to describe what happened last time we played, which was last year. Goodness. Floor's yours.
Oh, thank you. So, the party is on the island of Aranmore in the Greenfest of the Swamp, and we are trying to make our way to Taraknev to stop Arini Chonta from getting information, basically, and to find weapons. We started last session. Sorry, we're on our way to the city of Taraknev, the city of the dead. Wonderful place. We started last session in a tomb, where we'd just finished battling this thing called a dirge, which was responsible for playing its flute and enchanting half the party to turn them against each other. So that was the references. There she is, lovely lady. That was the reference to poor old Grey having a go at Hurons. So we'd sort of finished that combat. We'd just finished that combat, and we were sort of collecting our thoughts and sorting out what we're going to do next. Tarquin noticed that the bodies of the chopped up undead, twice living, was slowly creeping back together. We decided we wanted to make ourselves scarce, so we relocated up to the small tomb, which was the entranceway to this the larger tomb, which was underground. And we took the possessions with us. There had been, in this larger tomb, we'd found quite a few items. I've got a list of them there. And I believe, and we'll have to check in with you, Chris, about exactly what items we did checking on. I can't remember. But I just did make one connection. So when we discovered these items previously, there was a note inscribed in several languages, but it did note that they were for those who champion the light, left behind by those who fell, willed and will and avenged their owners, and that's from the Cantana Liberation Army in 1634. I did make a little connection. 1634, so people came to try and liberate Taraknev, I guess, with the aid of the winged people. I was just reading the name of them before. What are they called?
Amarishi.
Amarishi, thank you. And I made that connection and I don't know if our group knows this, has remembered this yet, but I think we will soon. The recount that we went to in, I've forgotten the name of the gross city, Landana. We got a recount to help us get in the gates of Taraknev. Apparently it was, important to get some information. This recount was from a soldier, as the memory stone that we sort of all paid to experience, and that soldier would have been in that liberation army. I made that connection. So that's how that fits together with the weapons. So a group of Nareti people with the Amarishi came to try and free Taraknev, and I guess these are the weapons left behind. And one of those soldiers was the person who had that memory stone, in which we got information, which I think will probably appear in tonight's game. We'll see. So yeah, we checked items. Those items left behind, and we slept the night. During the night, Niathanel went sneaking because she saw a fire, and an odd fire it seemed to be. In the morning, once we all woke well rested, but she reported that she had seen some sort of an apparition of ghosts or undead or spirits or something or other, sort of down by the canal. Yeah, there they are. People on fire, and two queens and a king, and they were sort of looking at some sort of chest. So really, an odd reference. Perhaps it'll make more sense. Perhaps they're old Taraknev kings and queens. Who knows? And that's about where I left off, really. I had to head away, but we continued on the next day up the Via Passage, heading towards Taraknev.
So we did. And we continued on and on and on up. And then eventually the tree cover gave way, and we saw that the road onwards sort of broke cover out in the open. And there was a bridge first. There was a bridge first. Long bridge, which crossed over to the central sort of island. So we took that without incident. Quite long, and then we went along, and then eventually broke tree cover. And there we saw the fortress proper of Tarak Nev in the distance. And because we were in full view of that city for any in there, Niathanel made herself invisible and did a bit of sneak, and went up the road quietly she could towards the keep, and Julie wound her way towards the gates, and she saw that it was the city was walled, and she could see the road that we're on leads to the southern gate, I believe, and the drawbridge is up. As she got closer, she presumably triggered something, because she was suddenly, although she was visible, she must have triggered some sort of magical thing, because she saw some sort of, what I presume is an apparition, appeared before her, and this, him, bloody big face poking out of a hole in the rock, appeared and gave some spiel. It wasn't welcoming. However, I don't actually remember exactly what it said.
Cool. I might jump in there. Excellent. Thank you both, Graham and Pete. So yes, indeed, that is where you got up to. What you're seeing is this. Now, the one thing to note, Niathanel and others, is that red thing there isn't in view. Doesn't exist. GM just simply didn't have time to, unfortunately, edit it out, and unfortunately there wasn't an edited out copy in the book. But exactly as Niathanel has described, this awful red face is set in the wall as where the broken gates were of Tarak Nev. And you can just make out behind them these two towers. A tower here, I didn't mention this last time, but there's a tower inside or part of the wall here and here. There are also some strange statues that Niathanel noticed up on the wall. But this gigantic red face. And a bit of a description of the face. 30-foot tall, red-faced, with protruding spears for teeth, and you can see these spears sticking out here, and to a slightly lesser extent there as well. Absolutely horrific face. And yes, indeed, it speaks, and the voice is very, very loud. So just to frame things up, distance-wise, here are your characters here. Other characters had paused kind of just around the corner. Here's the V passage, this kind of, it's widened out a lot, as you can see. This mouldering, decrepit road. Niathanel has crept up. She got to about here. And this is, roughly proportional. Perhaps a little bit, maybe you guys are a little bit small, perhaps. But that's kind of the distance. And yes, indeed, this terrible thing appears in the space where there was the gates, and yes, it says the following, and you all hear it. As far as you're concerned, probably half of Arranmore hears this. It's very, very, very loud. You hear the following.
What out, thou pitiful mortals? How dare ye trespass and disturb mine eternal rest? Dost thou know to whom thou seekest?
And as Niathanel kind of backtracks, and you hear...
For what foul purpose hast thou ventured here? Grave robbers, thieves, or mere fools, I wager.
And then the last... Basically, just as Niathanel's getting around the corner, you hear a bellow, It's a shame it's just not a little bit louder, but...
Hast thou any inkling of how many have entered, and of how few have returned? Taraknev shall be thy grave.
And with that last word, grave, Niathanel, you come around the corner and you're back to your companions. So that's where we're about to begin, exactly where we're about to begin. As per usual, any qualifying questions, anything that's not clear, perhaps anybody that wasn't there that needs anything explained to them, anything that we need to do. Going once. Going twice. Let's start the game. Niathanel, you've just come back to your group. You've just seen that. Your companions haven't seen it, but they've certainly heard those words.
So that went well. Explains what happened. Not sure if it's real or some sort of illusion or some sort of triggered illusion. Probably the latter. It explains that the drawbridge is indeed up, if there is one. And yeah, some sort of think on how we will be getting in will be good. Clearly that was very loud, so anybody close to the gate knows that something approached. They might just think it was a rabbit or something, but maybe not. So yeah, element of surprise is a bit buggered. So what do we think? We obviously could seek to transport ourselves over the gap at another location. Needn't be here, of course. What is the ground like either side of the road?
Good question. So you can see the map. The ground either sides of the road would look something like it's quite mossy. A mixture of that, but probably a bit more of that, actually.
So it's got trees on it, then?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
All right, I thought it was open.
Probably was once, but it's the jungle has crept back. There have been places on the approach where definitely things have opened up a bit, and the trees here are not... Probably, yeah, you're right, actually. It's probably not as mature trees as that. They would be...
Bumpy.
Not massive trees. Regrowth would be a good description, but they're definitely taller than you, well and truly.
Okay. So what do we think, peeps?
So, Chris, can I? He'll ask. But Tarquin will ask his team if he can do a. Can he interrogate his own demon and devil lord? Like, we know a name of the doorkeeper. We know the name of this person. Is that right? Did we get that? Right. So can Tarquin examine his own demon and devil lord to see if he knows what to do with that name?
Sure. Give me a roll, please. What's the roll?
On mute, Giles.
My apologies. 30.
30 could be really good, could be really bad. Just set up my little... in the wrong place. There we go, that's better. 30. And what's his demon and devil lord, please?
8 million?
8
or 28. You can choose, Chris.
28. Cool. Interesting. Yeah, one thing, Giles, do check out your Tarquin channel. There's a little bit of information in there. Yeah, Tarquin, it's been a while since you've studied this, but yeah, could you, if you give it another, say, 30 or 40 seconds of contemplation, give me another roll.
Okay, so he'll definitely do that. Hang on a second, what's going on here? Main game channel. You're at 81?
So, say again, sorry?
81.
81.
Sorry.
Cool. Cool. And again, it is a masked roll. Yeah, a little bit more information in your channel coming in now, Tarquin, and there is some stuff in there if you haven't already seen it. Coming. I'm just doing some typing. Yep, bit of information in there now.
So Tarquin will share this knowledge and say he'll tell the party he knows something about how demons and devils work. And so if we use the name in the right way, whoever does that should be able to bind this demon to their will. So we should be able to control this demon if we can figure out how to use it. And I think at this point, Tarquin would also tell the party that we have he thinks ground up demon claws, and that dust, if someone was attuned to it, would provide protection from demons. So we have two potent weapons that we can potentially use against this big scary reptile.
Giles, just as you were saying something, there was just a glitch. You might want to say again what you have, or what you've located, or what you've found.
Sorry, did everyone get that? So 2 bits of information. One, the name we have would allow someone to control this demon if we know how to use it properly. He knows that from some of his own knowledge of demon lore. Similarly, he thinks that the dust we collected is ground up demon claws, and using that essentially provides a protection against demons. And my presumption here, or Tarquin's presumption, is this is a demon. So how we put those together in a way, if someone might be able to protect themselves and then confront this thing, use its name, and try and bend it to its will. The sort of folly Yotto seems to jump into with, joyous abandon, but Tarquin's slightly less keen on that. So I don't know what we do with this information, but he'd share this information with the party now and ask others how they think we're best to proceed.
Thank you. Just quickly, Pete, you were saying before, or someone was saying before, who you can't recall who's attuned to what. I finally have taken a piece of advice off a fellow GM, and I have a much better way of keeping track of who's attuned to what. So I've got a list here of who's had a look. Just quickly, Niathanel, you've had a bit of a block against the one of the daggers. Grey, you've tried to have a look at another dagger and you don't know until you've gone up a level. Leif, however, you've figured out what it does, but you can't use it. Keros, you have learnt what the spear is. Demos has unfortunately failed the attunement on the spear. Leif, you know what the candle is, and the candle is just simply you light it, and technically you can try to use it again in 24 hours, but you know how to use it. And Leif, you've also attuned to the black stone, or the black ring, the plain black ring. Right, sorry, I didn't mean to steal Tarquin's thunder, but just to backtrack on some of the items.
Super helpful. So we've got
Yeah.
time. I think our best attuner is Curious, right? So we want to presumably try and attune to this dust to see if we can use it, and then figure out if anyone's got any clever ideas about how we use the name to find this demon.
So it's just attuning to the dust. You don't need to drink it or eat it or.
So the knowledge I have is that if the dust is demon claws and Tarquin thinks it is demon claws that have been ground up, it provides protection against demons, and to use it, we need to attune to it. I presume attuning will tell us exactly how we use it, if we eat it, if we throw it at the demon, rub it on ourselves, draw pretty pictures in the sand. I mean, I'm not sure, but yeah.
I think that. Yeah. Can I just check first, Chris? My understanding was that the memory from that memory stone was going to come back to us when we were within sight of the walls of Taraknev. Do we have the memories?
Yes. Yes, you do. Sorry.
Cool.
Good,
So
good
they sort
point.
of came.
Yep. So that information is now back with you.
Oh, okay. Would be an odd sensation, sort of a rush of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Pete, for the reminder.
Yeah.
Yes. This very strange. Very strange. It takes you back only a few days, to be honest, but it feels like a lifetime ago. Let's have a look. Goodness me. Goodness me.
I've got the thing here if you want me to read it.
Yeah, you can. Please read it. But I was just going to share an image. Takes you back to this room here. If you recall that, and then this guy, and the kind of a shadowy image of this person from the past, and then these memory stones, which you've definitely come across elsewhere on your travels. But yes, if you want to read it out, Graham, please do.
Cool. So this was the sort of vision we got. The old man was recounting this, and he says, "I shall begin now." And he turns to someone just out of view. Another voice says, "Yes, grandsire." "Yes, good. My name is Fana Tilea. This is my story. I was born a refugee in 1613, and like all of our people, I yearn to return to my homeland, see the good walls of Taraknev again, and defeat the scarfless hordes and drive them from ancestor islands of Aranmore. When I was 20, I heard talk of a secret force, only 3,000 strong E138 refugees, but aided by winged allies, that was massed to walk undetected through the swamps of Alamang to assault Taraknev and win back our lands. This brave assault was only possible as the main Scarthus horde was busy fighting to the north and west. Taking my father's spear, I enlisted and was given the noble job of assistant cook, first class, apparently a role befitting my talents. Our trip from the east of the free lands of the East Contana Sea and through the horrendous swamps of the Green Festa are too terrible and unbelievable to recount. I won't describe what happened here, but all you need to know is that we lost many, many men, and by the time we reached Aramore and the walls of Taranef, we had lost more than a third of our men. I've been given a new spear and told I had to fight. It was only there, emerging from the terrible jungle of the Wurut forest, that we first met our allies. Beautiful and terrible they were, tall, more than 7 feet winged men and women, strong of arm and great users of magic. Amarashi they called themselves, and their captain was Argamanthol Raz, mightiest of them all. Some said they were not from our world, but from another place. They hated the twice living, and had come to our world to defeat them. and the great evil that had created them. The Hamarashi brought with them a number of champions for our world, who they seemed to know and respect. One was an Arab seer from the north, His name was Al-Vestar. And aside, we may have met him before, or not met him, but ransacked his place. And then a great magician from Magus, and a warrior mage, Bel Orak the Valiant, a high elf from the small elven kingdom Linden in the Sea of Lysander. There were others, but these three in particular were the most prominent, including knew our people and Taraknev well. Barak Orak, a great friend of our people, claimed, for example, was actually one of the defenders of Taraknev when it fell 70 or 60 years previously. He told me he wanted to get back to the city, both to see us, the Niathanel, back in our rightful place, but also to see if his many great and wondrous magical books might still lie within Taraknev's walls. Along with our ragtag army of Niathanel, then, this was the force that we assaulted Taraknev with. Glowing gold and with expansive orange crimson wings, the Amarashi looked vengeful like vengeful angels come to earth, and their skin was translucent with a great light source that shone from within their handsome forms. Led by the proud Niathanel Raz, they made a fearsome army. And as the Amarashi reached the perimeter of Taraknev, we and they were barraged by a volley of terrible attacks from a loathsome bird-like statues on the walls. Did the statues Niathanel saw look like birds by any chance?
Yes.
Oops. Many of us and several winged warriors were badly wounded, and many more were killed, but we continued past the city wall. Taraknev was not unprepared. Within minutes, the military might of that demon queen bitch, the thrice accursed Varamaver, prepared for battle. She and her terrible flaming demon chariot, along with unholy warriors, legions of the twice living, and demons, fell upon us. Using their unique ability to ignite stone, the Amarashi soon had set Taraknev aflame, and we the Niathanel had acquitted ourselves bravely. The battle at the gate, and then into the very city of Taraknev, while horrific, was brief, and the day was nearly won, when a single figure emerged in the town square and faced Amarashi and our surviving forces. Tilak, champion of Varamaver. This mighty warrior stepped forward, rallying a surviving group of fell things and twice living, and as the Amarashi blazed over and around him, Tilak laughed. Some of the Amarashi were afraid, but their leader, Niathanel Raz, gave them courage. I was in the front line at that point, and just as we pressed forward, again a gout of demon blood splashed across my face, and I was in agony and could not see. Stumbling from the fray, I was helped by someone, a Niathanel man who was also wounded, and we staggered away from the horror of the square. And after a time, my guide, who saved my life, but whose name I never learned, told me in hushed tones that we were out of the city and across the bridge at the gate into the city and the start of the Ver passage. He said to me, "Let's sit a while amongst the dead and rest." And I must have passed out because I knew no more. And when I awoke, I was still blind, as I am today, and it was silent around me. All sounds of the battle had ceased, and I whispered to my companion, my saviour, who had lain down beside me, but he did not speak. Feeling eyes around in the darkness of my ruined eyes and my pain, I realized he was dead. Right at that moment, I heard a sound of a chariot wheel and the crackle of flame of Varamaver. Perhaps some 30, 40 feet away from me, I guessed, the noise of the chariot stopped, and I heard what I can only imagine was her voice. So it has come to this. If I can't have this city, then no one again shall enter it. I played dead, lying amongst the other bodies, at least by the smell and touch of what was around me. And after a time, the terrible woman's voice began to chant. And it wasn't in Niathanel, but some other stark and terrible language. The chanting increased, and then I started to hear sounds, terrible sounds, and the snap and crackle of powerful magics. This went on for what seemed like hours, until finally the chanting and the noise built into crescendo, and then suddenly a demonic scream and mighty crash. And then silence, not a sound. Not the insects, nor the birds, nor anything. And then finally the woman's voice said again, "Terra Glu stood." That's TERRAGLUSTOOD. Terra Glustud. Or was it, idiot, Terra Glustrod or Terra Gustraud? So those three options again. Terra Glustud, TERRAGLUSTOOD, or Tero, TERO Glustrod, Terraglustrod, or Terragustraud, Tarragustraud. 3 options. One of those, anyway. My pain was terrible, you understand, and it was a long time ago. Her voice went on. You are summoned and you are bound, and you shall guard the gate. We are defeated, and if I cannot control Taraknev, no one will. You will guard the gate for evermore. Do you understand and obey? And then a voice more loathsome and hideous, one that sent fear to my very soul, simply replied, I obey and understand, mistress. And with that, shortly after, the sounds of the chariot started again and headed back to the city. Yes, it's an amazing tale. Totally unbelievable, some would say. Even more unbelievable is how as a blinded soldier, I managed to crawl away from that terrible gate and have to be found by 5 of the most generous and kind E138 soldiers who, like me, survived that terrible battle. And after months of horror and struggle to help me back through the swamps of Alamang and back to safety, though sadly we were reduced to 3 to come out of that green hell. And here I am now, an old man, an old soldier, telling this incredible tale to you, my grandson, so that you may help our family in the future. The image of the old man sighing and walking away fades, and the stone burn turns to black. So I shall just put those 3 names in the chat.
I've done that.
Oh, you done that already?
Thanks, Pete. Can I ask? Look, can Tarquin ask 3 questions? So the first question is: do we know what language this was given to us in, or has it all been translated into our best language?
When you heard this, when you all took part in that very, very strange ritual that I showed you, it was in... You don't know what language, but you could understand it. You knew that they were speaking a different language, but somehow you could make out what they were saying. So you don't know.
Okay, so Tarquin, for example, speaks 10 languages. Would he be able to tell which language this was in?
No. Doesn't know.
Okay, that's fine. The second question I've got for you, Chris, is: so Tarquin has a skill in his own very weird skill I thought I'd never ever use. He's got a skill in his own racial history. So Tarquin is a half high elf, and there is a half high elf who was there's a high elf who was involved in this battle. Can Tarquin do some kind of a check to see if he knows who this elf is?
Sure.
From his own racial history?
Sure.
And that elf might know what we do with this information?
Sure. Give me a roll.
Hang on a second. Sorry, Tim. Yeah, 61.
Could be amazing. Could be less than amazing. Okay, and what's his racial history?
48.
The name doesn't ring a bell. No, you don't. Not a name you know.
So finally, the third thing is: can he do a demon and devil or check to see if he knows if he recognizes one of these 3 names? So we've got 3 names. Hero Glustrod, which I think sounds like a diabetes medicine, or Terraglustrod, that's got to be an antihypertensive, or Terraglustraud. I mean, no one would be dumb enough to call a medicine that. Can he do a demon and devil or check to see if one of these names means something to him?
Sure thing.
Now I'm wishing I'd invested a lot more in demon and devil lore, but never mind. 46.
28, I think, was the skill.
Correct.
No. You think maybe the Terraglustrod, the middle one, is perhaps slightly familiar, but no more than that.
And he'll share that information, obviously, with the party.
Cool. Just on names. Talking about that high elf. Leif would mention that he definitely recognises that name. Just out of interest, he's not much use to his information isn't much use. But that's the guy whose book Leif is really interested in finding. So the wish magic guy. So he's heard of Duyranaki, but he doesn't know he doesn't know any more apart from that's where he was from, or yeah. So no helpful information, but Leif knows it. That's who's definitely heard of him, and he'd share that information.
Worth noting, I mean, SEN does have a repel undead spell, but I suspect this particular, repel demon, I suspect this demon is probably above his pay grade, but I mean, it was a last ditch, I suppose he could try it, but unlikely to succeed, I suggest.
Well, I think Tarquin would suggest to the party at this stage, it's unlikely to be another way in, but we could look. It would make sense to see if we can attune to the dust we have, which will provide some protection against demons. Chris, I don't know how much we have or if we can divide it 3 ways, but if we can, that's what we'd want to do. Each take a third, or use it a third each, however it gets used, and then 3 of us take turns trying to bind the demon using his name, and we start with the middle one because maybe that's how it works. I think that's what Tarquin would suggest to the team.
I agree, and I reckon that I no offense, but I just think that whilst Kiros has got the highest attunement, I don't think she should be one to confront the demon because she's a key
I
party.
agree. I think the way we should do it is by highest hit point. Sorry, technical. I don't know how we do this in game speak, but it should probably be the person with the most hit points to the least hit points. There are 1, 2, 3, which is probably Mithan's, Theron, and I don't know who's third.
Yep. Mithan's happy too.
And Etienne's chomping at the bit. He's not keen on demons.
I reckon.
Unlikely.
So I reckon the plan would be to get Kiros to attune the toenails for an hour. Even though she's not using them, she'll be able to then teach other people. Oh, teaching takes about 4 hours, doesn't it? Minimum of 4 hours.
But it doesn't matter. We're time independent, right? This dude's been here for 1,000,000 years. We can chill and just get this sorted. Surely. I don't think we've got any time requirement.
I think it's worth investing. Yeah, agree. What do you think, Alex and
I'm very happy to attune. I have minimal hit points and would not like to die again, if that's okay with everyone. Yeah.
That's fine, don't die.
Please don't.
No.
Well, I might do it out of spite, just for Grey. Just saying that's where I'm at.
Bitter.
So it'd be interesting to know how the people we're following got in. That's
we know that they also went to the old guy.
Oh, did we? Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Fairly certain that we were told that they did.
Right. Okay.
They did. Yep. And we don't know they're in. We presume they're in. They might have all been killed.
Well, yeah. Nice thought.
Would be.
You're the optimist.
Oh.
All right. Well, we'll have to. What time of day is it, Chris?
Yeah. So you set off first lights, cross the bridge. You got here about midday.
And I'm sure we passed somewhere really chill and secure looking on the way that we could hang out at.
Fortified tower.
That kind of thing.
Let's give me a roll, please.
Roll for towers. I rolled a 34.
34. Okay, not bad.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So you just a second.
By the way, Niathanel, having discovered that was actually a demon and not just an illusion as she suspected, is a little rattled.
A bit further back, not far off the path, you've been seeing a few of these. That's probably the most intact you've seen. That would be maybe 20 minutes down the road. There have been ruins of kind of farm buildings and outlying buildings. The closer you've got to the city, you've been seeing things like this and this, and this, oops, and this on the way. But yeah, that's probably the most sturdy you've seen. So this is all real time after Niathanel's come back. You've been chatting. And you hear this.
Where are you, you mortal fool? I know you are still there.
Retreat! Retreat!
We may as well fall back to that house, don't you think, while we do all this shit?
I reckon.
Yeah.
I have a. Yeah.
Aiden, Alex, what do you
Come
guys
out
think?
and face me.
Yeah, I'd like to click my heels and go home
Yep.
with my cat and maybe my boyfriend. Not sure yet.
I don't know what a tornado might do, though. Yeah.
Let me see what I can conjure up.
Yeah, I think any time that we don't need to spend near or in the vicinity of the big scary red demon, probably better. So I think if we can just get out a little bit.
Can we fall back to this place, Chris? One of us can sneak in and do a bit of perceiving. Tarquin's happy to do that, see if there's anything inside. And if he's going to do that, he can actually cast night vision, so we can look inside as if it's day, just to make sure it's totally clear. And then we can go and hunker down there for the night and try and attune to this dust. Does
Why
that sound
will you
reasonable?
not come closer?
I don't think you need
Are you a coward?
I'd keep your PowerPoints. I reckon we're probably going to need every single one, right?
He's
Sorry.
got a lot of them, and we're going to sleep.
Just as you're saying that, you hear.
Why will you not come closer? Are you a coward?
Yep, fine.
Yeah, only a coward.
Okay. So you head back down the road. I meant to say, by the way, the weather today, you can hear it's not pouring with rain, which it has been previously. You'll be pleased to know, but it is drizzling, and you can hear, the occasional spot of rain. You're still wet and miserable and hot and sticky. Yes, you make your way back down the road, and that was a good lucky roll by Niathanel. There's this decaying building, probably the most intact you've seen, some kind of peasant's hut or something, some 20 minutes down the road. There is quite a lot of moss around. I know you guys are oddly paranoid about moss, but you do note that there is a forest, quite a well-made, actually quite a, like you can see on screen, a trail used by the looks of it. Maybe 2-3 minutes off the V.E.R.P passage. What do you do?
Well, I think we should go hang out.
Well, Niathanel's already invisible, so she might as well check it out.
A used trail, presumably by undead, would be. So that's something to bear in mind if we're going to. Well, I suppose we've established that undead are going to come and find us no matter what, so it actually doesn't really matter, I suppose. Yep, sorry. So Niathanel checking it out.
Anyway, yeah, she'll sneak up if that's all right.
Give me a stalk roll.
54,
54.
and her new improved stalk is 129.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. She thinks she's pretty sneaky. Slight crunch on a couple of stones, but she thinks she's pretty good. Appears in the doorway, and a couple of the back walls have collapsed, and some of the ceilings, some of the roof has come in, not quite depicted here. But yeah, you've got a few. You've got a room maybe 10, 15 foot long, about the same wide. Reasonably clear. It's definitely absolutely full of lots and lots and lots of spider webs, and you see inside Niathanel a number of these. There's your footsteps have unnerved this guy. He'll be probably 3-4 foot long. Doesn't make to attack you, but gets out of your way. But there's a lot of cobwebs inside this building.
Okay, well, she'll report back and say, well, you know, there's a lot of creeper crawlies in there. You might want to just burn them out. If we're going to hang out in there, we'll have to get rid of them if we're going to do that. But I don't think that should hold up the... maybe we could see if we can make a little nice home for ourselves while some attuning takes place. Niathanel volunteered to keep watch. And yeah, maybe those who attune, and those who aren't attuning, kill spiders.
How long is darkness, Chris?
How far away?
No. How long is the night? Is it like sometimes it's dark for 4 hours, sometimes 12?
Yeah, sure. Be dark for about 9 hours, 8.5, 9 hours.
So Tarquin says he's happy to either use night vision early and stay up and do the first 4-hour shift and then sleep, or he can sleep for 5 hours and then, you know, use night vision and keep an eye on stuff for the last 4 hours. So he's happy to take a 4-hour shift. Oh, I need 6 hours actually, don't I, Chris? Half elf?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the day at the moment, though. We won't need that just yet.
We want to sleep and attune and eat and just relax, don't we?
Do we? Okay. Was that our plan? We want to stay the night? I mean...
I think we need to see how well Kyros' attunement goes.
Yeah.
Because if she gets absolute success, if Kyros, my suggestion would be she does 1 hour, so that's a +0 to her attempt. If she gets she does really, really well, and then she'll be able to teach people within 1 to 4 hours. And they'll be able to attune, so we'll still have daylight. If she doesn't get absolute success, it's going to be 1 to 8 hours to teach people. So I think that's going to determine how long we're here.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Okay. So now, yeah, just talk me through kind of a bit of a scenario of what the plan is. I sense you get in and you clear out some creepy crawlies. Is that right?
Yeah. If those who are willing, certainly Etienne will be one of them, who's not doing anything else, then he would, light a torch, burn some cobwebs with the sword and what other spears and whatever else we have at our... a spear would be good to skewer and get rid of snakes and all that kind of shit, and skewer some big spiders, and then sort of burn the others away as best we can.
Okay, cool.
She would happy to take direction from other people. Oh, there's a flame. Mithan is keen to. She thinks she would like to go and get some firewood, because last time she had a bit of just as a principle to. I mean, well, we won't be able to use it, but she'd like to go and collect firewood to stack in here. Maybe as a bit of a back wall, as long as it's going to dry there for anyone who comes in the future, but for us as well. But she's just something to do while the attunement happens. She would want to go with someone. She wouldn't want to go far. She's wanting to be very careful. If it helps, she's got regional for jungle, as well as a foraging skill.
Cool. Great. Does someone want to go with Mithran? And
Yeah, that's all good. I guess they're not going far, are they?
Demos is also happy to go with.
All right. Well, Niathanel will just keep watch then.
Okay. So
I play for Demos, and we're not going far, but just being.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. The rest of you, just to quickly, anybody doing anything else that I need to know about? Going once, going twice. Nope. A bit of narration from me. Yep.
Can I just quickly ask? Sorry, GM. What's Victory's reaction currently? What's her vibe?
You've kind of noticed in the last few days a bit of a sort of nervous tick or something, whether it's post-traumatic stress disorder, but this little cat is pretty stressed. Has been pretty stressed since you arrived in the Alamang, the Green Festa. Victory is not happy being here. Hasn't been happy at all. And you've felt, and when that terrible red face spoke, Victory just, you were holding Victory at the time, and she just tensed. And actually dug her claws involuntarily into you, Keros. Not happy. Not happy.
It doesn't like the big red butt face.
Doesn't seem to.
Lake's just going to double check that Alec, that Keros is. Yeah, just double check that she's doing her attunement.
Yep.
Yeah, suggesting 1 hour.
Okay.
She's happy to do that. Just checking. Can she? Like, are we safe to touch it and all of that?
That's a good question.
Like, am I just going to stick my finger in it, or? Like, what do we think? Because I have to touch it, right?
It just says you need to attune to it. So I can't see why it's not safe to. You've got to have to attune to it. So do whatever you need to do to attune to it. I mean.
Okay.
All right.
I don't get any uglier, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so Mithran and Demos, you head out in the immediate vicinity searching for firewood. It is absolutely sodden, as noted, but your plan is to dry it. Can you give me a foraging check, please? A masked foraging check.
Yes.
Oh, that was for Mithran, I think.
Oh well, who's got the higher foraging?
Oh,
Gray, you might have higher. She's got 63. You might well have higher.
Just see if Demos has it at all.
Oh, Demos, sorry.
He has plus 21.
Okay. So Mithan does the foraging. Do you say it's masked? I hope.
Yes.
Oh, good. 12.
Yeah, I mean, not an easy. It would be a light roll, so a plus 10 to that. You're just looking for wood. You find a decent amount of firewood. It's some of it's dry-ish vaguely, but most of it's sodden. So you take it back in, you stack it up as described. The others using the torch you heard before, kind of clearing up the spider webs and clearing away some of the critters that have inhabited this place for quite some time. You sit down, Keros. You open up it's in a grey stone box. This dust. It looks like the grey stone box looks like that, and then the dust itself is literally just a fine grey powder. Give me a master roll, please, Keros.
Okay. I rolled a 53, and she has a plus 103 for attunement.
Sorry, what you just said the attunement. What was it again, please?
Sorry, it's 103.
Cool. Thank you. You do know roughly what this thing does, so I'm not going to give you a minus for that. Okay. Yeah, Keros, this is what you learn. Coming into your chat in a second.
Hey, Chris, can I ask from just a technical how you make things run perspective, because Keros knows what this might be and does that make a difference to how it works? I appreciate it's masked, but right, so Keros knows what this might be, knows what it might do. When I read the codex, I just wonder, right, this isn't totally random.
Hang on a second, just a second. Depends kind of on a case by case. Just one sec. Keros, coming into your chat now. It really does depend on case by case. Depends on what the item is. Depends on how you use it. Depends on lots of things.
Ooh. Keros would like to share this with the party.
Sure.
So Demon's Claw. So when it's ground into a fine powder and placed across any portal way, the claw of a demon will prevent any evil spirits or demons from crossing the line.
Ooh.
Those who do suffer agonizing pain and lose 25% of their current hits. Portal way. A portal way being like magical or just like any entryway?
A doorway.
Wow. So it's like in the movies where you put the dust across and they can't enter your circle. Right? Is that?
Yeah, like
I too have seen The Boyfriend. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, you put the circle of dust around you and no one can enter, or the vampire can't enter unless you say, please come in. Oh, and if they try, they suffer agonizing pain, that's my favourite, and lose 25% of their current hits.
So we can lay this across the doorway and entice the demon to come get us, and it will get smashed by the dust. That's how I interpret what you've said. Is that right? Do people think?
That's what I think.
I like that view of it.
I have a feeling that would be cool if we could do it that way. Do you mean across the doorway into our house?
Yeah, like they can't enter. Yeah, or anywhere.
Yeah.
Because portal way is a doorway. A portal is not necessarily magical. It's an entrance, right, GM?
Absolutely. No, it is a doorway. Yeah, doorway, a window. Yes, a doorway, principally.
Driveway, a path.
I don't think. I get a feeling that demon is not going to leave its gate because it's told to remain there and guard it. Yeah. So I don't think it will entice it out this far, certainly. We'd probably have to lay it in front of us somehow.
Mm-hmm.
While we figure out how to find it.
What we need is one of those skirts they made in COVID, that has like a 2-meter radius around us and we can sprinkle a bit on it. So we're constantly safe.
Let's get a mobile doorway.
Yeah, that's right.
If we managed to know the perimeter of the demon, we could sprinkle it around the demon and it can't leave, right?
So in all seriousness, this is probably going to be super useful inside Tarek Nev, but might not be super useful getting through this doorway. Yeah.
Also, just a point, and then Leif would have shared this previously. I believe it's the ring, Blackstone ring. It was plus 10 to DB, plus 25 DB to attacks from a demon. Physical spell to missile. Just FYI.
And while we're here, do we want to have a go at attuning to all this other stuff we've got? I mean, we're here, we know where we're going.
Well, I think that's one possibility, and we could if that's what we decide to do, but we do have half a day I don't know that. So we could try and attune more, and there might be something that would help us. So there has been obviously a lot of there's that ring and the dust. So I think chances are there might be more stuff to help us with the demon. I don't think the dust is exactly what we need for this one, but but I think that's a really good point, Giles / Tarquin. Oh, do we? Yeah, that's our decision as a party. Yeah. Do we stay here and spend the time tuning other stuff to find equipment that helps us,
I think
and start fresh in the morning?
I mean, it's been left to us for the purpose of this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so it probably is helpful. Yeah, I guess so.
So, can I just double check what Leif learned? He learned about the ring, and did he learn anything about the candle?
Yes, he did.
Where is it?
I would have given it to you in your chat.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yep. Candle of blessing. While this candle is burning, all within 10 foot who worship good deities receive the effects of Bless 3 spell, while demons and evil spirits take an A heat criticals every round. The candle burns for a total of 3 hours with a light blue flame. So yeah, they're all demon and stuff oriented. I reckon we'll be fine.
There's a good chance that whoever these, the Lords of Arcana are, have created a whole lot of anti-demon stuff, right? So there seems like a high probability they'll all do something.
I reckon we do more tuning. Did someone actually attune that magical dagger?
So you have figured out one of the daggers is a plus 15 magical dagger, which casts Banish Demon once per day, but you can't use it.
So, okay. But who still has to try and attune that? Because we might as well get that one attuned to someone.
Gray has attempted to do it, but can't attempt again until he's gained a bit more experience.
Well, so I've got a dagger skill, but no attunement skill. I mean, I can have a punt. And the worst it will do is explode my face up.
Just that.
Okay, so
24 attunement. That's useful.
Sorry, who else has dagger skills?
Not dagger skills, attunement skills.
We want our people who can attune to try and attune, right?
Yeah. So, So who's had a crack at that dagger so far, Chris?
Gray, who can't try again, and Leif, who knows the information about what it does, but can't use it. In a sec. Until he waits 24 hours. I think. No, 1 week has passed, sorry.
We didn't get that information last time by the time frames.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You're not meant to know. Sorry, yes, you're not meant to know. Good point. Until some time has passed.
Okay, so
okay,
that means Karios and Niathanel could still have a crack. They both have attunement skills on that. Or do we want her to start on new stuff? Although banishing demons might come in handy.
Oh, sorry, that dagger is Banished Demon 1. Again, I have a feeling that's not going to be a goer for our red friend.
No.
Because he's not orange.
What other items have we not tried to attune?
I mean, Banished Demon 1 is a 7th level spell.
Oh!
It banishes a type 1 demon from their plane of existence for the duration of the spell. Etienne has repel demon, but only up to repel demon 1. So there's only type 1 demons. So the same type he can repel. So you're quite right. It won't probably affect the big guy. So maybe Karios' skills would be best looking at some of the other stuff that we haven't looked at yet. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I'm about to paste the list. I'm just putting notes next to what we know. And it's plus 2 dB. What does this do? Is that helpful?
Yes, thank you, Pete.
Yeah, I reckon Kiros should do new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So, for instance, broadswords and long. I think I'm right in saying Mithan can wield a longsword, and
broadswords, Leif longswords.
And yeah, Etienne can do broadswords. So, I mean, longswords and broadswords might be useful.
Were there 2 greystone boxes, Chris?
There was a longsword, 3 falchions, a broadsword, 1, 2, 3 daggers, a greystone box with bronze braces. Yes, there are bronze braces inside it. They look like this. There is a simple platinum band ring in a black stone box, spear, which you have already looked at, an amulet in a mouldering wooden box, a candle in a black stone box, which you've looked at, the candle, a grey stone box with the grey fine powder, which you've just looked at, a 1-foot iron rod, which you haven't looked at, a plain black ring, which Leif you have attuned to, another long sword, some bronze and copper coins, and the breastplate.
We just need to have everyone have a go at attuning to whatever we can, don't we? We need to get as tooled up as we can before all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, the braces probably will offer some protection, won't they, to something?
Yep. And so I don't know about other people, but at the moment my character is basically useless against demons. Got no magical weapons, no magical defenses. He's just going to run away.
What does he? What weapon does he use?
So he uses a short bow and a short sword. So this is not the greatest selection of stuff. And he's got a throw dagger skill. I don't know, how does dagger and short sword line up, Chris?
Half, I think.
Half. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, all in all, he's feeling a bit vulnerable. I don't know about other people, but
well, Niathanel doesn't either. She's got a plus 59 dagger skill. She hasn't got any magical weapons.
Yeah. And it's actually problematic because either Niathanel or Targon will be sneaking around, right? So one of them, probably both of them, need magical weapons in case they get jumped on.
Well, there's daggers here we can use, right? So
Be nice to see what the arm braces can do.
Yeah,
and
so
who can wear them.
So who has a jazz hand skill? They go well with braces, right?
All right. What about braces, longsword, broadsword? How about that? Does that sound good? Or daggers? What?
No, I think braces, longsword, short sword, daggers, but everyone with an attunement skill should have a go, right? Everyone.
Yeah.
In
We
fact,
just prioritise though, right?
Tarquin doesn't have a skill, but he'd be happy to have a punt.
Yeah, but it was just prioritisation. You said so daggers would seem to be things that we need because two of our characters don't have magic weapons, so that would be the logical thing. So we've already done one dagger, right?
Yeah, well, we know what it does, but we can't use it, so we're not. The attunement wasn't very good.
All right. Well, should Niathanel just try and finish that one off?
Yep. Does that work, Chris?
Sure.
Let's do that.
Which one are you going for?
The partially attuned dagger.
So this is the plus 15 magical weapon, which casts banish demons, exorcism paladin based times once per day. Leif knows what it is, so you don't get that penalty, but you would need to attune to it.
Yeah, well, I may as well. Does this make sense for me to do this? Or maybe I should do that last once Karios has found out, maybe discovered a few other
Oh, I
things.
think this is a useful, really useful dagger, right? You've got a skill, it's big, it's going to be useful where we're going.
So how many items can you do, Karios?
Depends on the time. Depends on.
I think we do 1 hour attunements, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 2 daggers, we don't know what they do. So if I was to attempt to attune to one of them, it might be good to... Yeah, we may as well compare them, I guess. We've got the braces, we've got a broadsword, longsword. I mean, if we spend an hour on each, that's considerable time, isn't it?
So it's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock now.
Yes, thereabouts.
Yep. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd say maybe 7 hours will take us through to 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock, and then sleep from 10 through to 6. Yeah, that's 8 hours sleep.
Yep.
So if we do 7 hours, if Kyros does 7 items, how about that?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because then it gives us an hour for when our sleep's disturbed by undead, and for some food.
Can we arrange this so Karios has got attunement? If Karios fails, whoever else has an attunement skill has a go, and so can we organise it so it's kind of like a pass the parcel down the line?
Yeah, I reckon. Except that. I think, but why waste the hour that? Because we can only have one person attuning each item at once, right? You can't double up.
Correct.
So I reckon we prioritise them. For example, Leif and Mithan can both have a go at attuning things they're never going to use. So Leif can try and attune the broadswords, and Mithan can try and attune the long swords. Just have a go, sort of thing, because they.
Yeah. So Tarkon could have a go at trying to attune the one for Iron Rod. I mean, God knows what it does, if anything. And the chance of him using it are basically 0. It's
don't point it at anyone when you're trying.
Everyone should be doing something every hour if we can.
Yeah.
But except you'd be, what, a minus 20 or something on that, and you've got to get 101.
Yeah, so it's incredibly unlikely, but the choices are do that or do nothing.
No, what I'm saying is I don't think it's possible for you to do it because you know what I mean?
Okay, fine. So, yeah. So, if it's not, then Tarkon will sleep.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll just get his 6 hours sleep from now.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yep. So, and I reckon Kira should attune the stuff that's anyone could use. So, like the rod.
Breastplate is interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we?
Let's do some of the stuff, all right?
Oh, now the candle. We can't use the candle.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes, you can. You can.
Oh.
The candle is just simply you light it.
You light it.
Yep.
Cool. So no attunement required, just attunement to realise what it does.
Correct.
Cool.
Correct.
Cool. Thank you. Right. Well, should we suggest a line-up for Kyros?
Yes, please.
Yep. Longsword, falchions, broadsword, dagger.
Well,
do we know what's in the black stone box?
But that's with the ring.
Yeah, simple platinum bands with engraved runes on it.
Oh, was in the box.
Yes.
Yeah. My mistake. Spear. Do we know what was in the mouldering wooden iron blocks? Sorry to make you repeat stuff.
Yep, an amulet.
Amulet. I'll write that in there. I reckon Kyros does the iron rod, the amulet, in the first hour, the amulet in the second hour, because we need to find out what those do.
I think the daggers, because 2 characters don't have magical weapons.
Cool. So, Alex, so you're doing the rod, amulets, dagger.
Okay.
For a start.
Okay. And for 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour. So you got 7 items. I mean, sorry, not mean to tell you what.
No, tell me. Which ones do you want?
Suppose it's efficient, you know. Yep. So the rod, the amulet, then a dagger, and the other two remaining daggers.
And while Curious is doing that, we want 3 other people to choose a different, one of those items to do each time. Somebody who has an attunement skill, right? So we just pass the parcel around the 4 characters.
Correct.
So who else has an attunement skill?
Leif and Mipan's got a modest one.
And who else?
Niathanel has a modest.
There we go. So that's 4 people. Why don't we get those 4 characters to attune those 4 things in a circle?
Okay. Cool. So, someone give me a roll.
Well, I start with. You want me to start with the iron rod? Was that correct?
That's good.
Okay, rolling now.
Excellent.
72 plus 103.
72 plus 103. It is mast. Oh, roll again, please.
62.
Interesting.
Oh, I don't like it.
So for the first hour, so this is from so you've done from 12 to 1 on the dust. This is from 1 till 2 on the rod. Is that right?
Correct.
Cool. Coming into your chat. Coming to a chat near you. Oh, no. You guys should be seeing... Anyway. That's interesting.
I'd be sharing it with everyone anyway.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Sure thing. Cool. Sure thing. But in case it does something extra interesting or nasty or whatever, we'll go to...
Makes my boyfriend jealous or...
Yeah, or... No, that one is what we're at. No, goodness sake. We don't want to see any of that. There we go. We're going to go to there. That's what we want. Going into Keros' channel right now.
So Keros would share this with the party for the shield rod. This is a 1 foot iron rod, which will strike as a +10 mace and will elongate into a 10-foot pole. It will also become the handle for a +20 shield, i.e. 20 plus 25, which equals 45 dB. Can switch 3 times per day at command. Change takes 1 round. Do you want me to copy that into the...
Do you need to have a shield to use it with, or does it just become a shield on its own?
It becomes the handle. Sorry, Chris.
No, go for it.
I'll put it in here and I'll put the other one in there too. It becomes the handle.
Oh. How long we do know how long the shield lasts for? You can do it 3 times a day, but can't you do it once and it lasts the whole day?
Oh.
Or a week?
Can I say yes? Forever?
It lasts... Yeah, it lasts until it's told to change.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Right.
Oh, and sorry, what kind of shield? So it's a plus. It's a plus.
Change. always full shield. No, it's in the description. It is in the description.
Oh, it's a full shield.
It's a plus 20 full shield. So normally a full shield is plus 25, but this has plus 20 on top of it, so it gives you a massive 45 dB.
Whoa. Yeah,
That's cool.
Sorry,
It's
I was getting
huge.
confused. I was getting confused with full shield and the one that Severin's got. Is that a wall shield?
It's a wall shield, yeah.
Yeah, which is the ridiculous. Cool.
Kite shield or wall shield, yeah.
He's got a full
Yeah,
shield.
there you go, Carrots. That's awesome.
Mm.
Anyway,
Good
keep going.
choice, Graham.
Can I make a suggestion that in that 1 hour, Niathanel attunes the amulet, Leif does one dagger, and Niathanel tries the other? I've just got a little table here that we can work to. Is that all right?
That's fine. The only thing is, if it fails, she won't be able to use the dagger, but that's fine.
Well, yeah. Well, it's up to you if you want to join in. I want to be in, if you want to be in the cool club.
I do want to be in the cool club, but ideally I'd be attuning something that I wouldn't be rolling myself out of using, so I'd rather attune something that wasn't a dagger, if that makes sense.
Well, why don't you do long sword or falchion or broadsword?
Not a falchion, but I'll do, long sword or broadsword for sure.
Yep, awesome.
Okay.
All right, shall I just do that then? All right, I'll do a broadsword then, Chris.
Okay, broadswords. Any particular one? Your options include.
Nice.
I'll just show you the images. Or you don't care?
Just choose the best one, Chris.
It's that one. That one.
That doesn't. That isn't the one we're looking for, is it?
No.
I don't know.
No.
No. Okay.
Well, wouldn't that be lovely if it was? But I think that we know it. I'm just going to check in the lore channel just to check.
There's actually only one broadsword, by the way. I think.
Oh.
There's a there's only one broadsword and there's a longsword.
I'll do a broadsword then.
Sure. Give me a roll, please.
10. Fuck, it's masked.
Could be amazing. What's her skill?
I reckon it needs to be amazing. She has got a whopping plus 24 for attunement. Stand back, everyone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some information coming into your chat now, Niathanel. We'll do in a second. I'm going to stick to that screen for the moment because I'm going to stick to that screen for the moment because I don't want to reveal too much information. Here we go, Niathanel. Yep.
It's a plus 10 magic broadsword. I mean, that's nice. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't sniff at it. I mean, we'll keep it, right? But Etienne already has a plus 10 magic broadsword. Actually, he already has 2. So that doesn't really do anything more than we've got.
Dan's already got one.
You've got one as well. Okay. Cool.
Well, his is only plus 5.
Oh, well, why don't you take a plus 10? It's nice.
Because it does the shock bolt.
Ah, right.
If you've got a short sword skill, can you use a broadsword?
Good
Is
for
there like
At half. At half. Yeah.
In which case, why don't I take the plus 5 magic one?
Actually, no. Sorry. Quarter. Because it's not a short blade.
Well, I mean, the reality is at the moment, I'm good for nothing when it comes to fighting. So if you can give me anything that's magic, it's better than nothing, because at the moment I have nothing.
Let's see what we get, and then we can divvy it up, right? Because you might get a dagger, and you might end up with a better plus, right? You might be more powerful. I reckon let's just line it all up and see what we get at the end of it.
Okay. Now this is simultaneously as people are doing these. What's next?
Can I just double check? It was 3 falchions and 1 broadsword, because the one list that you posted had 2 falchions, 2 broadswords.
No, three falchions, 1 broadsword, 1 longsword.
And 1 longsword. Okay, cool. Sorry, different numbers.
Pete, you're faint. Has something changed with your mic or something?
Oh yeah. It was
There you
up.
go. There you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
Yes. So, can Mythan have a go on the amulet, please?
Sure.
And just noting, whenever I recommend that whenever anyone's doing the stuff, you point the stuff away from you, whether it's possible, in case you fumble.
Okay. Give me a roll.
That's her suggestion. Oh, what a waste. 99.
What a shame.
No, definitely not. Like knows understand this stuff. This cannot be masked, surely.
What's her attunement skill, please?
18. As you say, Graham, stand back. Stand back! She's channeling, if that helps.
Cool. Yeah, you learned some information about it, Mythan, but you don't know. You just haven't figured out how to use it. Like it's a bit beyond you, but you do figure out what it does, and it yes.
Should share it immediately. Can it go into the main chat, please?
No, I'm going to put it in your chat.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
Pete.
Okay.
Yep. So
Sure.
thank you.
Yep.
Can I come in on the silence and just say I love attunement, but what I feel is missing is like the music and the little like, with Keros' spells, we get the little bits and bobs.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that.
I feel like I'm missing that.
Okay, I'm just doing some other things in the.
Yeah, but I can't remember if we did that with attunement or just with the spells.
Yeah, we can.
The ding, the spell. I just love that little like ding.
Of course we
Sorry,
can.
just
No, cool. Mythan.
That's cool. Thank you.
Coming now. You don't get a diddling because you haven't actually learnt how to use it. But there you go.
Thank you. So this magic. No, I'm going to read it first before I share.
That's why I put it into your individual chat. That's why I do it this way.
Interesting. Don't know. Wow. I wonder where that is. She will share this because this is this magic item allows up to 7 people linked by hands in a circle to travel to and from the void. Such travel is nearly instantaneous, and only 1 round trip can be made per month. Wow.
What's the void when it's at home?
Yeah, I wonder if... Who knows? That's maybe the in-between? Maybe, who knows?
What was the item?
The amulet, which was inside the...
Looks like
Where did
this.
I write it?
It looks like...
in the mouldering wooden box.
Yeah, it looks like this.
This is our get out of jail free, maybe into the fire from the frying pan, but, when we're in deep, deep trouble, as long as we can all hold hands and sing Kumbaya, is this our escape?
How many in the party?
8.
8.
Oh,
It's up to
dear.
7. Bad luck!
Well, I'll have to hope
Someone's going to suck for someone.
So it'll be 7 in a body, though, by then.
I don't know, is it a dead person? No.
Well, if you drape them over your shoulder like a shawl, they're clothing. Right, that was... Oh, interesting. Leif would like to attune a dagger, please, at the same time.
Okay. one of the ones that hasn't been looked at so far, I'm assuming.
Correct. Yep.
1, 2. There's only one that hasn't so far.
Oh. Did I miss one? Sorry, I did, didn't I? Did I?
No, Niathanel has. Oh no, Niathanel's had a block on one. Sorry. So there's two. There's one that Niathanel couldn't figure out or didn't figure out, and then there's one that's completely untouched.
He'll try the untouched one.
Give me a roll.
10.
10. Yeah, could be a lot more than 10. What's the skill, please?
Plus 58.
Cool. And yeah, so Leif, coming into your chat now. You can't use it, but you know what it does. Well, you know this point of what it does.
Oh, imagine that.
If you give it, if you wait 24 hours, you can, and then meditate. You can, for 2 hours, and you do have to meditate for 2 hours. You can try again with an extra plus 10 bonus, or you can try again right now, just as is.
Oh, thank you. Yep. So this is a dagger, plus 15 weapon, which is specially magic against demons. Against any demonic creature, it attacks at plus 20 rather than the plus 15, and against Pale 2 or Pale 3 of any type, it inflicts 2 times hit point damage and delivers a wholly critical. Not sure exactly what that means, the Pale 1 and Pale 2.
Yep.
But this sounds pretty cool.
So
Pretty cool.
Pale 1 and Pale 2 is and Tarquin, you would know this, are classifications of demons. So demons come from different places, and there are demons who are known to come from the Pale, and then demons that come from beyond the Pale. And those that come within the Pale are weakest at type 1, but they also get up to either 4 or 5 or even 6, depending on the potency of the demon.
So Pale 2 and Pale 3 are not particularly potent.
Reasonably so.
Okay.
Reasonably so. 3, yep, 3 would mess you up.
Could they guard a gate, for example? You know? Interesting. Cool.
Could do.
Cool, okay.
I'm just composing a little table, by the way, of all this shit. So we've got some record of it.
Thank you.
Can I say holy moly?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm done now. Yeah.
I'm waiting to give the ding, by the way, Alex, but no one's actually attuned for a bit. So once someone attunes, they'll get a ding.
Perfect. I'm ready. I'm ready for my ding.
Done.
Yeah.
Who tuned that last one?
No.
Leif had to go on Leif found out what it did, but he hasn't done it. He hasn't been successful yet.
Okay.
I reckon he's going to have so if he was to have another go now, that's another hour, correct?
No. So if he can try right away, but he doesn't get a bonus. If you wait 24 hours and meditate on your attempt for 2 hours, no other activity, you can try again with an extra plus 10 bonus.
Cool. If he was to try again now, he'd still need. It'll be like a new attunement roll, though.
Except he knows what it does, so there is a penalty for not knowing what an item does. He would negate that not knowing.
He's not keen on. He's not a dagger user anyway. Particularly, does have some cool stuff. No,
He's going to have a go. He should have a go.
What's the other dagger do? The other one we've got?
It's further up. Sorry, I'll scroll and find it. So Niathanel had a block on one. We found out one last time, which is a plus 15 magic dagger, which casts Banish Demon 1 once per day.
Right.
jot that down with the other rest of the stuff? In fact, I'll put it in the thing.
Yeah, I'm just compiling it all so we can just all pair it.
Yeah. I'll just edit this and put it in the Decker 1. Oopsies, not 1000. That one, and then can I? Can't add extra line. Sorry.
So Niathanel knows that one but can't use. Is that right?
What's that?
Last one. Niathanel knows the dagger can cast Banish Demon once per day but can't use it. Is that right?
She hasn't attempted it yet, but Leif has told her that's what it does.
Oh, Leif with both daggers. Okay.
But Leif's done both, but Niathanel tried another dagger which she didn't get any information from, I believe. Is that what we
okay.
was what it was?
Correct.
So I need someone else to do the third dagger. Okay, cool.
Leif will have a go at the third dagger, I reckon.
Okay, so I've lost track of time a little bit here.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. So no, that's 1, 2, 3. That's the end of the first hour.
Okay.
Cool. So next hour, right. Kiros was due to do the amulet. Where are we up to with that? Mithan found what it was, but she can't use it. We do want Kiros to be able to use it, so suggestion is that Kiros does attune the amulet so she can use it, correct?
To travel to the void?
Yeah.
Do we want that?
I don't want to travel to the void.
I'm not sure that's much of a bonus, is it?
I think we should tune it as a last resort.
But not all the party. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know if that's a... It's not a priority. I don't think it's a priority, personally, because we can't all go, and we might need it, but she could maybe do that along the way, you know?
Okay, yep, let's leave that then. Okay, so let's get Kiros to do the braces. Please.
Okay.
Give.
So
Give me a roll.
I'm touching and doing all my special attunement things. I rolled a... It's thinking.
Braces are also called greaves as well. They're a part of armor.
Greaves.
Yep.
I rolled an 84 and I have a plus 103.
Thank you very much. 84. Oh, can you roll again, please?
$38.
Plus 103?
Yes, 103.
Okay. Keros, you are just drawing a blank on these bracelets, on these greaves. You've got no idea, and you're going to need some more experience to try to attempt to do so again.
So one of the others have a crack at that one then?
Yeah, it's just... You've tried for an hour. Sorry?
Sorry, I was just saying that if we're doing it hour by hour, then someone has to wait till next hour to do that one, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. Who was next? That was Leif having a go at dagger, the Niathanel's dagger.
Okay. Oh, there were my mistake. There are 2 broadswords. I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
So that list I sent out earlier on, I was correct. There were 2 broadswords.
2 falchions and 2 broadswords.
Yeah. So the definitive list is the one I've given you previously. I'm not going to do it again. 3 falchions, 2 broadswords, 3 daggers. Cool. So who's doing what next, please?
Leif is doing
dagger.
Actually, yeah, Leif will do the second broadsword, please.
Second broadsword. Give me a roll.
Yeah. Um, 13.
Again, could be very good. Plus 50 something?
Yeah, 58.
Yeah, Leif, you are... Hang on.
Said trombone. No.
Yeah. It just... you're just not getting it with this item. Yeah, it's... If there's anything there may not be, of course. You need some more experience. Yeah, this is whatever this thing is just beyond you, I'm afraid.
Mythan will just have a go on the third dagger, Niathanel's dagger.
Okay.
92.
And her attunement?
18. Does Grey not have attunement?
He does have attunement, but I thought he couldn't use it until he gets more experience.
No.
Oh.
No. You can use your attunement. You just can't attempt that item until you've gone up a level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
Sorry, Grey.
Ray would love to help attune.
Yep.
Anything.
So Mythan, again, you yeah, again for Mythan on this dagger, the one that's pro-vexing for Niathanel. No good. You'll need some more experience.
Cool. It's so mean, that sound, because the success sound has got the same beginning, doesn't it? Tick, 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 ding. Go Grey and.
Well, maybe Grey could start attuning his loyalty and his commitment
Harsh.
and his trust. Well, I mean, needs to be said.
Harsh.
There's something to maybe think about.
Harsh.
It's all he's been thinking about this whole time.
Harsh.
Show me.
Who's doing what next?
Gray's happy to attune the one that wasn't attuned. We'll give it a go.
And he could have done that in the first hour.
We're not going backsies. We're going forwardsies. What happens, please? Let's keep it moving, folks.
Are we at the next hour? We're done?
No. We've still got Niathanel and Grey to attune something in the second hour, but because Leif was trying to attune the failure one in the second hour, Grey can't. Just can't do it at the same time. So why doesn't he do something else? Longsword.
Yep.
Give me a roll.
All right. Try and make it a good one. 67.
67. Cool. And what's Gray's skill?
27.
Oops. Yeah. So Gray, you don't learn what it is. You can't use it, but you do learn what it is. And this is what it is. Coming into your channel now.
So it's a +10 longsword. On command, it can destroy a worn set of armor upon striking it, If the armor fails, it's RR. Armor RR is half wearer's level versus long sword wielder's level. It can destroy 2 sets of soft leather, 3 sets of rigid leather, 4 sets of chain armor, and 4 sets of plate armor before it loses this power. Is that forever, the power? Or is that like per day?
No, it's to ask such tricky questions. Power for the day, yes.
For the day? Oh, cool. So it's an armor-slaying longsword. So it doesn't have any power against undead, unfortunately, but it's great if you want to kill anybody with armor.
Can you paste that description, Aidan?
Yeah.
Include, please, the line, lose the power for the day. In there, please. Thanks.
Cool.
Right, who's next?
Niathanel hasn't done anything for the second hour.
Okay. She can't do the dagger. What would you like her to do? Do you want her to have a crack at that broadsword?
Leif was doing second broadsword. Had she done the first broadsword?
Yes, she'd already done that one.
Okay, so she can't do this. So she can do.
All right. Breastplate then, for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. She got 71. She is plus 24.
You don't know, but you think it's just a breastplate with the scratching on it, but maybe you're wrong.
I probably am. All right, failure.
That's hour 2, hour 3. What have we got?
So from my list, one of the long swords is not known, has attuned to it. The 3 falchions, the braces are unknown.
Breastplate, 2 rings.
The broadsword is unknown. The platinum band is unknown.
Ooh, let's do that. Keros on the platinum band, please.
This is hour 3, so this is going from 3 till 4. Is that right?
4. Yeah.
Give me a roll.
It's thinking 81 plus 103. Yay!
Success!
Is the black band the same as the black ring?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, there's just 2, isn't there? Platinum and black, I think.
No, there's a platinum. No, there's 2 rings. There's a platinum ring and there's a black ring.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Keros coming into your channel now.
Okay, if I may read it out. A simple platinum band with an engraved life rune. A magician who casts a shock bolt or lightning bolt at either any undead or demonic target while wearing the ring can consider it to be a slaying attack, usable 1 per day. Huzzah.
Hooray.
That's mine.
It is the best thing we've got so far, right?
Oh, I don't know. I've got a few good things here.
I'm taking that one, folks. I
Curiosity
know what we're that too.
is the undead. It's brilliant.
No, I'm saving it. We're saving everything to the end, but if that could please be mine.
What was the description? I mean, someone who fires a shock bolt.
Well,
Or a lightning bolt.
who does that?
Who else does that?
Yes, so
I reckon.
yeah, I'm being polite.
I think it's obvious.
It's a Chaos special, right? It turns her into a slaying undead light warrior. Right? You become awesome. We are looking forward to you killing some bad dudes.
May I slip it on my ring finger? Because let me say, no other rings going on that finger at the current situation.
Hey, and you're slipping it on?
Careful, you want the ring to work.
Yes, may I please slip that ring on?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Do I get some little musics?
Why not? You get
Amazing.
and actually, just before we continue with attunement, suddenly whoever's on watch, whoever's at the door, I'm assuming Demos, no one's actually said, there is something big and something mean, something large, smashing its way at pace in your direction towards you.
Put the demon dust down.
And you hear the following. This is the situation. Just coming now. Demos, I've just voluntold you that you were at the door because you're not attuning. Others put them where you want to put them. You all hear the roar. It's coming from this side. So the Vier passage is over here. There's the road that you came off. There's that little track. If you imagine that little cottage that you're in, you've come down that track and you're in there. Demos, you've heard something coming from this direction, from over here. If you can see the cursor, coming at pace, crashing through the undergrowth right towards you. And we're going to go into rounds. Well, we'll go into rounds, and you can tell me what you do.
I wonder how it knows we're here. Must be sniffing us. Must be undead.
It's been a while since Demos had a bath.
That'll explain it.
A bit cheesy.
You're all a bit whiffy.
Saying something that it smells us over the stinking swamp.
Yeah.
It's our sweet smell.
And rolling initiative. First person to act, Niathanel, you've just heard this horrible noise. This is where you all are. Hang on, I just need a... just need a grid. So of interest, guys, did you just hear a little ding from my computer just then? Or was it just in my computer?
I can hear like sword sounds, but no ding.
No ding. Okay, cool. That's good.
I didn't hear a ding.
Cool. Oh no, damn it. It's good, it's just on my end. What's the distance there? 25? Might be about right. I said it was about 25. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Cool. Niathanel, that's the situation. What are you doing?
I think she'll nip out. I think she'll run out or nip out, and then she's invisible, and then go around the corner of the hut.
Okay. Niathanel, you are here.
Yeah.
That's the door there. If you can see, it's kind of hastily drawn. Yeah. Which way do you go?
Right, and then round the side.
Out there?
Yeah.
Tell me where?
No, right, yeah, under the tree there, so she's out of the way.
Done. Cool.
Oh, I'm up against the wall under the tree. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Leif, you've just heard this noise. What are you doing?
He would... he would cast an instantaneous spell.
Mm-hmm. Give me a roll.
81.
81.
So,
the spell definitely goes off.
Oh, that's combat 2.
Yep.
So he's got... Yeah, he's got... What level is he again? 9 rounds of it, yeah. Just give me a second. 50. And then he would... what's practicable? If possible, he would have had his sword and shield lying on the ground next to him. That's what I think he would do. We're in a dangerous position.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yep.
He would pick those up, so picking up off the ground. I assume he's sort of sitting next to them-ish.
Yep.
And he would get up and he would move to the doorway. I think that's probably about him.
That is him. Yep, done.
Yep.
Great.
Gray. I think he wants to be extra brave at the moment, and active. So he would definitely put himself in front of Keros with his and just get his axe and his magical death axe and his shield up.
Okay.
Well. And his ball set. I'll protect you.
Okay. Cool.
They're the angel.
Excellent. Mathana's next.
Same as Leif, so sword and shield to hand, and would move to the door. Would be that's fine. Cool.
Okay.
And perhaps a little bit of, if there's any extra moving, jostling at the end, people move out of the way, whatever.
Tarquin.
So he's put a arrow on his bow and would retreat as far as he can into the darkest corner.
Okay, so
as small as he can.
Okay. So a lot of this, the roof is kind of partially collapsed at the back. There's kind of rubble and quite a lot of spiders and snakes you saw. But it's kind of dark back there if he wants to go there.
Yeah, we burn that place out. He'd go to wherever looks like dark and least spidery.
Done?
Yep. And if he readied it, he's got to, so he'd put his, 60% would be putting his, arrow on his bow, ready to attack, and 40% would be hiding, but that must be easily within his moving distance.
Thing is though, you've got to string your bow, which is a 2-round activity. Because unless you want to try to fire the bow that you've been carrying in the rain, that's all.
No, he's firing. He just wants to be ready. So if someone comes to, he essentially wants to hide, but he wants his bow ready. So if anybody else,
The point is, carrying a bow when strung in the rain can cause it, after excessive amounts of water, can cause the string on the bow to warp and damage.
He'll retreat, and then he'll use whatever action is left to string his bow, and then knock an arrow on the bow. And you can just tell me where I'm up to.
Cool.
I'm not quite sure how it works. I'm
Okay.
looking at the pages, but I can't quite work it out.
Okay. So 2 rounds to string a bow. I'm assuming you're doing that. Otherwise, you can always just risk firing a wet bowstring. Your call.
He won't risk that.
Okay. So 2 rounds to string a bow. Done. Demos.
All right. Demos would, as everybody knows what's happening, right? They know that there's this big scary monster that's running towards us, so he doesn't have to tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
He would be guarding the door with his spear.
Okay, so staying where he is. Done.
Yeah, that was spear up and out.
Cool. Etienne.
Etienne will instantaneously cast, please.
Sure. Give me a roll.
Yep. 61.
Yep. Spell goes off. Yes.
He has cast Inspiration 4.
Okay.
Hang on, no, sorry, Inspiring Ways. Inspirations. 1 minute, please. Fusions. Inspirations 2. Meaning, everyone gets a +10. Who within an area of effect of 20 meters.
20 foot. 20 foot. 20 foot. That is everybody. Yep,
Right.
that's everyone.
So they all get +10 to melee attacks, moving and ooze for the duration of the spell. It lasts 1 round per level. He is level 8, so 8 rounds at +10.
Cool. Done. Next is Keros.
So she will say to Grey, I don't need your help, you big, bulky, sweaty, magnificent man. She is thinking that maybe some of that magical demon claw dust needs to be sprinkled in front of windows and doors, and is unsure where that is sitting.
So that's the building that you're in.
Yeah, so we've got 2 windows and a door.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know
If
it's
she-
the demon?
Well, no, but it sounded like one big creature, right? That's the impression I got. So she'll call out, do we need to sprinkle dust? And she would like to move back into the shadows but still have a clear line of sight to the door. She's got her ring on to cast Shock Bolt.
Okay, so tell me, so Tarquin's here.
Sorry, I'm on a very small screen. So directly in line with the door, parallel
So
with
there.
the doors. Yeah, and if she needs to move, she does. But like with the demon claw dust, where's that box? Is that just kind of where we left it in the centre?
I'm assuming you were sitting in a circle here, looking at the objects, and the box would be there. I'm guessing.
Who's that character? Sorry, I've got a really small screen. Who's that character? That right and back, down. Who's that?
That's Tarquin.
That's it.
That's
No, sorry,
Tarquin,
Etienne there.
Etienne, Grey, Demos, Nathan, Leif, Niathanel's outside.
I feel like we need to sprinkle some demon dust over the windows. Oh, what will I do? What will I do? I'll call out question like demon dust.
Okay. Anybody that's acted has the opportunity to say 3 words, if anybody wants to.
No, not yet.
Okay.
And Leif will say, we'll be out, fight outside.
Okay. Any further action, Keros, based on that information you get?
No, she just wants to be able to maneuver to take a clean shot, which she can next round. Yeah.
Well, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Well, certainly 1, 2 in the way.
Two in the way. Yeah, she'll deal with that next round.
Okay. Great. That's the end of the rounds. Rolling initiative. We're off. Niathanel, yet again.
She'll prepare.
Yep. Cool. Gray, what are you doing?
He's feeling a bit I don't know, chagrined after that little telling off. But he understands. He doesn't want to step on her toes or get her in her way. So he'll hover near her. He just wants to be in leaping distance if he needs to take a axe to the face.
Okay, done. Done. Thank you. Next up is Leif.
Leif wants to...
Microphone, Pete.
Sorry, thank you. I was eating. Leif wants to check with others before he acts. But he just wants to, and essentially by others, I suppose he means quick consultation with Mithan, Demos, Grey, and Etienne, like a look and outside sort of thing, and then if they can have an opportunity to respond, he'd want to move out.
Okay, so based on what they do, based on what these characters do, Leif may move outside. Okay, cool. We'll go with that.
And opportunity parry in the meantime.
Cool. Tarquin, you have taken your nice, clean, dry bowstring out. You strung it last round. You continue stringing this round, and at the end of this round, you have a strung bow. You can start loading next round. Mithan.
She will, same as Leif. Yep. Be prepared to move outside.
Cool.
She'll say, yeah, outside to Leif.
Okay. Yep, outside.
Yep. And can she stick her head out the door and then pull it back? Well, stick her out and look, please.
Yep.
And she'd, yep.
So no perception roll required. You don't see anything just yet, but there's definitely something large, by the sounds of it, coming from this direction, straight towards you. And bushes are shaking, and you hear branches breaking and vines snapping, etc. It's coming right this way. It'll very, very close to you.
She's yeah, she'll move out and take a defensive position, and Leif will follow her.
Cool. And Leif to go.
Yep. Not either side of the door, in a line, so that if they're fighting something, it's going to be in front of the doorway. So yeah, there, and then Mithan next to him, sort of thing. That's it. Yeah, up a bit further for Mithan. Yeah, that sort of thing. So they're figuring if something comes at them, yeah, they're figuring just.
Okay.
We don't want to be inside a Keros,
you're next.
She's going to stay put. She's still preparing, but if she needs to move to the doorway to cast, she will. And she is going to keep an eye on that devil dust just in case.
Cool. Great.
She has a feeling. Yeah.
Etienne.
We'll follow the others out, draw a sword, and take his place alongside Mithan.
Done. Right at this moment, these three characters, firstly here, and then C. Or we'll see in a second the following. There it is. This. It's huge. Really, 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 really big. It is carrying some kind of lump of wood in its hand. Like the ghoul cat that you have seen previously, the two ghoul cats that you've seen previously, however, it's clearly not living. Part of its face is just torn away. Like there's just no lower part of its jaw on its left-hand side. It's got massive rents across its body. It's got a spear stuck in its belly. And its eyes are just this whitish color. Bits of flesh are coming off it, like skin is flapping on its face. It's very tall. It would stand at least 13, maybe 14 foot tall. It's broad and it's massively strong. It's bellows again. It's just broken cover. Bellows again. Rushes forwards. Your characters will get to act first, but it rushes forward towards the line of the three of you. Smashed its way through this foliage here and is coming barreling straight towards Mithan. And you can see by the size of the token, it's big. The amount of movements that these three characters would have done to have moved out, minimal for Leif, -10 for Mithan, and I'll give you -10 for Etienne. It was a very, very short distance that you moved. I think the first to move was Leif. Leif, you have the initiative over this thing. You're standing there, you've got a -10 because you moved. You moved a very... sorry, no, you didn't move. What do you do? Well, you did move, but a very minor amount.
Well, thank you. It seems to be running at Mithan, right?
At pace, yes. Or you in general, but Mithan is right in the centre, yeah.
Okay. He would like to... Yeah, parry 50 and attack 50, please.
Done. Give me a roll. You'll get a flank on it.
Uh, 25.
25.
Yep. Plus 60 for his weapon, plus 10 for inspirations, plus 10 for his combat spell.
Cool. It all stacks, right? You do get a flank as well, I said, yes. And it was the flank that's... no, it doesn't, because it's a large creature. You do it 6 hits.
Just FYI, both my characters got magic weapons. Just
yes, no, I knew that. and that's the reason you hit it.
Yep. Cool.
So wallop from Leif, thwack. Next up, I believe, was Mithan. So Mithan, you do get to act before this thing does. Then Etienne, then this creature.
Right. She is going to full parry.
Full parry, cool. Etienne.
We'll go 70-30, attacking with Holy Sword with set 2 flame.
Cool. And again, a flank for you. Give me a roll.
22. His sword is plus 130.
Yep. So you need to tell me how much that is.
Sorry, yeah, I'm working on it. 91.
91, cool.
Plus the whatever it was, a flank.
Mm-hmm. It's a flank, yep. That does 8 hits.
Yeah.
Chunk into it. No critical. And then its attack.
That's on the holy arms table, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. No critical, so it doesn't doesn't apply. It lashes out with its club, one-handed, at Mithan.
You'd like to split her parry, please?
Yep, hang on. Right. Now, it's moved and attacked, so it will definitely not get its full attack. It's moved a reasonable amount. It swings, and what's Mithan's full parry?
Just where's her shield? What's her shield again? 20. Target shield's 25.
20.
20. Sorry, because I'm just calculating. She's got 94.
So I've got the target shield, so I just need to know the weapon.
Yep, she's splitting her parry.
Yep.
So I was just trying to figure out what I want.
Yeah, just tell me.
Second. She'll use her shield on this attack.
Okay.
Yep. And then she will put 40.
40?
Yep.
Cool. So this massive lump of wood that this creature is carrying in its festering hand comes down at Mithan's head. She jumps out of the way and just basically flicks it aside with her shield. That misses. It then spins surprisingly fast for a big thing and attempts to strike with its claws.
Question for you, Graham.
Yeah.
So use your shield on the last thing. Yep. No other parry?
Or yes, 54.
54, okay. 4 on the parry. And that parry, and the fact it's moved, definitely saved her. So it comes in, it tries to crush her head with this club. She turns it with the shield, and then basically just blocks the claws with her broadsword. It misses. Next is Demos. The last is Demos.
He hasn't learned how to use his magic spear yet, so he's not going to be of much help. He is just going to keep staying. He's going to keep guarding that door to make sure if he can prod it to stop it from coming in, he will be there.
Okay.
That's kind of all he can really do at the moment.
Okay, cool. Done. Just to say, with all three of these characters, this thing is operating at long range. It's got long limbs. I meant to say before, all three... Well, actually, I didn't minus, so you got off scot-free. Negative 15 to all of your shots. It's operating at long range. You're operating at medium range, difference of 15. If you want to get closer to it, you can negate that, of course. That is the end of the round.
Were there opportunity actions?
Don't think so. Well, no one's told me anything, so we're done. End of the round. Next round. Initiative. No, that was the end of the round. Initiative. Niathanel, not surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, you are first to act.
Still preparing, moves forward to the corner as while she can so moves to the corner while she's preparing, and will cast the next round.
Done. Grey Roughwind.
Grey is gonna cast. Well, no, he's gonna do it. He's gonna cast. He's gonna cast Combat 2.
Okay, give me a roll.
Cool. Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, 7.
7. Well, it's not a one not a 1 or a 2. So that spell goes off. What does he do?
Okay, cool. Well, he casts combat, which will.
It is an instantaneous spell, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So that just adds +10 to his attacks and makes his movements more fluid.
Okay.
Yep.
He's used 10%. What does he do with his remaining 90%?
It's going to be dumb and brave, and he's going to attack.
Okay.
With his axe.
Okay. So that's 13. I am going to minus because it's slightly more than 10 foot, so there'll be a slight minus for your move. Now, Grey, you're using a short weapon. You're using a hand axe. This thing is operating at long range. You will need... At the moment, you can't hit it because it's...
On the flank?
On the flank. No, you can. On the flank. If it was straight in front of you and it was wielding its arms... How have we played this before? Yeah, on its flank, he would still be able to get a strike, right?
Definitely.
That sounds from...
The principle that I've always had is if you've got something... If someone is attacking you and I've got a longer weapon, you need to cut the range down. But in this case, the creature is currently facing this way.
Can't menace in front and to its sides and to its back to keep people at bay, can it?
Correct. So yes.
That's the idea, right?
Yes. So yes, you can. If you were standing there, Grey, and you wanted to attack, or I would say even there and wanted to attack, or there and wanted to attack, I would require you to move. I would require you to make a maneuver to do that. However, it's currently unprotected flank. Go for it.
Cool. Okay. So he wants to attack with how much? So he's used 10% already.
Yes.
And then did he use any percent to move? To get
13%.
Okay, so he's used 23%. So for the rest of that, he's got it. All right, 67% left. I think my maths is terrible. So with that 67%, he wants to do Well, I guess is he able to kind of like maneuver so he's not like quite like slightly behind it actually before he attacks, or is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, or like maybe not that far behind it, but like from there.
Yes.
How much? What kind of percent would that take?
That's a step. That's a step. So nothing. I'd give you that for free.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so with the rest is so he'll use 50% for the attack, and then the remaining 17% to parry if he.
Yep.
And he's already got a shield as well.
Cool. Give me a rear attack, please.
Ooh. Please not a 7. Ooh, 94 plus the 10%.
Nice.
Enhancement gives him
94. And what is his? So please do the maths for me. How much does he attack with?
Okay.
What's
so
his
he
skill?
attacks with 50%. His skill is. Ooh. What is his skill? Is 105. So 50% of that would be 52 and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But then he's got plus 10% to his attack.
So plus 62. Done.
Yep.
Done. And he does get good positioning. Give me, and actually with that is overkill.
Okay.
So
We like that.
Did you get the intuitions on that?
The what?
Oh, yeah. Etienne's spell gives everyone plus 10 to attacks
yeah.
too.
no,
Yeah, that's true.
oh, too late. Sorry, I've taken the 62. But yes,
Can we add 10 to whatever I roll now?
sadly no. But
Yeah.
nice try.
Oh, well.
11 and that.
Do I need to roll again?
Just a sec.
Oh, sorry.
It's not going to be much overkill. What do I find? 2. So that's a whopping grade 20. I don't know if you're trying to impress somebody here, but that's a whopping 22 and an E crit.
Ooh.
Do the crit.
Roll critical. And hang on a sec. It's a large, and it's a magical.
Yes.
Large. Cool. Just a sec. Give me just a second to magical large. Okay. Give me a roll. Hope for a good one.
Okay. 38.
38. Thwack! And your hand axe get buried into this thing's back. 15 more hits. It roars in pain, maybe, and doesn't like that very much. That's your round. Brave Grey Roughwind trying to impress somebody. Keros.
Does a slight raise of the eyebrow. And she would like to move forward to the right, please, behind the door, but ready to cast if she can. Like move forward.
Is there a window?
Oh, true.
Not really. There's
Oh, there's like little oh, they're not too small. Could she go to? Oh, I don't want to look at that. Could she go to the window on the left,
yeah.
please?
She's
She's not. Doesn't want to stand in full view of the window. She'll stand to the side.
How tall is Keros, please?
Oh, she's anyway. I think she's 5'2". Have a look.
She isn't going to be able to see out those windows.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. You want me to go to the door?
No, I don't want you to go anywhere. But I'm saying that those are
High doors. High windows.
They are. If you see, they're almost at kind of neck height on the door. Or chest
Yeah, no,
height.
they are. You're quite right, GM. So could she please move forward to the right of the door? Which way does the door face, in or out?
There's no door. The door's rotted away years ago.
Oh, okay.
Doorway.
Beg your pardon. So to the right of the doorway, but ready to poke round. I don't know how much of that movement she took. That's probably quite a bit of movement.
Oh,
isn't
no,
it?
it's 16% maybe.
Could
Not-
she use her remaining to cast?
Yeah, sure.
Like poke round, cast, and then poke back? She doesn't want to like openly stand in the line of fire.
Yeah, she could do that.
And she has a clean shot, and she's not going to hit a team member. She came out.
No, she does have a flank on it. Yep, she's got a flank on it. Yep, clean shot.
Okay, and she's wearing the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And she does prepare, although she did prepare run. Please cast her shock bolt.
Give me a roll.
30.
What was the roll?
38.
38.
And
Shock.
bolt is
110, I have.
10, 110.
Yep. She does get a flank.
Does inspirations count for magic attacks?
Oh yes. Yep. You really shouldn't
Plus
be
10?
really shouldn't be helping lots of other people, but
Thank you for your help for helping lots of other people.
I was asking Graham,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but that does, interestingly enough, that help does actually give you enough for a B critical.
Oh, nice.
8 and a B electricity critical. Now, what was the effect of the ring again, please?
Let me just go back up. I think it was. Sorry, I did post it in the chat. Just one moment, caller. Blah 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 blah. So when you cast shock bolt to any undead or demonic target while wearing the ring, you can consider it to be a slaying attack, usable ×1 per day.
Wow. What idiot GM would have given you that?
I don't know an idiot GM. My love.
It's a slaying critical. It's the nastiest critical in the game. When you're ready, give us a roll.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had one of these, have I?
I don't think so.
Okay. Here's history. Please don't roll 1. Oh, 74.
It's a good roll.
Nice.
Actually, let's go to the... Slaying, yeah, it does have it. You do it 12 hits.
And then?
Wow. And it falls over and dies?
That can't be it.
You do it 12 hits.
Okay. Thank you. She ducks behind the stone walls.
Done.
Thank you. Amazing. Thank you.
Life has already act. Is this a new round? That's a new round. Life, your action.
He would like to full parry opportunity attack if it doesn't attack him.
Okay. Tarquin.
So I think he can, correct me if I'm wrong here, but he can rapid load and fire his short bow, which gives him 10%, and he'll use that 10% to get into to move to whatever gives him the maximally effective action to hit him. So it's
Bingo.
probably there.
There.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would have put a little bit, but whatever. Yep.
Cool. Yep. It's at this stage he's got a clear shot, reasonably clear, unless Demos accidentally steps out and gets shot. But at the moment, he has a clear shot. Give me a roll.
Okay, so he's 60
60.
and his skill is 75.
Cool. Nice. And it's
Oh, he's
again.
got inspiration, so add 10, please.
Yes, done.
Thank you. I don't think there's anything else. Thank you very much.
A flank bonus. Is this a magical weapon?
No.
Okay. There's a nice meaty thunk, and actually the arrow disappears inside this thing. Like, it doesn't just stick into it. This creature's rotting flesh is so putrid and rancid that there's very little resistance, and the arrow just gets kind of taken basically right up to the feathers inside this creature. No damage.
Right, time for Tarquin to go to sleep. Thank you.
Mithran.
Mithran is full parry,
Mhm.
unless an opportunity parry if she doesn't use her full parry.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, opportunity attack if she doesn't use her full.
Yep. Etienne.
Etienne will. Can he get a move to the back to attack?
I would ask for.
In other words, step to the side. But yeah.
I'd give him rear flank. He could move around this way.
Okay, he'll do that then.
So plus 25.
And he'll go in 80-20.
Give me a roll.
27. Oh, cutting it. However, he has a. +104 plus 104.
Okay. That's and with the positioning, that does do some damage. 14 in a C. Roll the C, please.
And he's set for fireball as before.
Yep, sure. And that's a. Did you say holy arms as well?
It's on a holy arms table. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I roll it or wait?
No. Just wait. Okay. When you're ready.
80.
80. It's a good roll. Smash this beastie in the leg. You do it 8 hits. And yeah, a chunk of more of this thing's flesh just falls off it. It really isn't happy at that. So that was another 9 hits.
And the heat, so cast Holy Fireball 3 times a day, quarter of Sword OB as Fire Bolt.
Great. Love it when a player can tell me what their stuff does. What's his broadsword? Quarter of his broadsword, please.
1 moment. 32.5. 33.
33. Lovely. Unfortunately... Oh, what's the roll?
The roll was... oh, do I roll again?
No, actually it's the same roll, isn't it? Pretty sure it's the same
80.
roll.
80.
Yeah. No, that was the crit. What was the attack roll?
Oh, yeah. Oh, attack roll, sorry, is 27.
27, yep. Glancing 2 hits. So there's kind of not a gout of flame, but a dribble of flame. This... A whiff of... a sniff of flame. This monstrosity of a thing bellows again. It's just been struck heartily by 2 things behind it, and it spins to attack whatever has been attacking it behind. There is a 50% chance, 50 or under, it goes for Grey. Exclamation mark. Space D100. 51 or above, it goes for Etienne. Goes for Grey. Grey, you bravely came up and smacked this thing from behind. It spins around, wheels at you, faces you, and lashes out with its club.
He did have, I think it was 17% of his parry.
Cool.
And hopefully some of the Etienne's helpful kind of stuff.
Yep. On Grey, attacking... you're so lucky, Grey. Just rolled an 8. Yeah. Very lucky. I've got... so how much was his parry, please?
Sorry, what was that?
How much was his parry?
It was 17%.
Yeah, so what's the number of 17?
Oh. Is that the 17% of the X number?
Correct.
Okay. Just work that out. That would be, 17.85.
Oh, okay, cool. Yep.
Yep.
The parry really helped, and this massive club that this thing has in its hand comes down at Grey's head. Grey, you turn it aside with your axe at the very last second. However, as it did with Mithan, it lashes out with its claws. Unfortunately, Grey, you've just used up your parry. Here's the roll. Oh. God.
Fail? Did it break a nail?
It rolled an 11. Actually, it smacks you rather than claws. Punches. Does you 10 in an A crush. Rolling the A crush. It just rolled a 93 on the A crush, Grey. Smashes you in the face.
Ooh.
It breaks your nose, like it spreads your nose kind of halfway across your face. Grey, you are stunned, unable to parry for 3 rounds. You take 15 hits. You fight, and you fight at negative 30 for a period of time. Wham! And you are seeing stars, Grey. You are really lucky, because had it been a little bit more, it probably would have taken your throat out. But it smacked you and it's smashed your nose to bits. That is the end of the round. It's also 10:15. I'm happy to play on. Sorry?
Sorry, I was just going to say, Mithan and Life got opportunity actions.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry, I cut you off, Chris. Sorry, but I didn't want to miss my opportunity.
Sure. Yep. Go.
Okay. Yeah. So they were both full parrying. they didn't do their full parry, so they'll use 10% to change action and both attack it from at the back. Well, attack it. I assume they get a rear.
Mithan gets a rear, which is a plus 35. Leif gets a rear back. I think it's called a plus 25. Go
Cool.
for it.
Cool. We'll take it.
Who's first?
Leif, I believe, had was
Yep,
higher
cool.
in initiative.
Yep, go.
Yep. Oh, 7.
7.
Oh,
Rear flank. And what's the skill bonus, please?
plus 109.
Cool.
And he's got inspirations plus 10 and his spell plus 10.
So 129, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. So that's that definitely did a crit. It's 15 in a D. The D is roll the D crit, please.
93.
Nice.
Oh, 2 points more. Come on.
5 hits. Add plus 20 to your next strike.
Can I just double check? He would like to move. Is it mid range now? Correct.
Well, it's turned its back, so you would be effectively close range to it.
Okay.
Well, mid range, correct. So plus 5 hits.
Plus 5 hits. And sorry, what was the last bit?
Add plus 20 to your next swing.
Oh, cool.
And Mithan.
And the 100. 61.
61. Yep. What's the skill?
Plus 94.
94.
Plus 10 for inspirations.
104. Yep. What sort? Wallop from behind. 18 in an E.
She'll do a shock bolt as well, please, but shall I roll the E first?
Yes, please.
46.
You do another 18 hits.
Cool. And because she did a crit, she can do she can do a shock bolt, which is another roll, I believe, a new attack.
Okay.
Yep. 45. Plus 31. Plus 10.
Plus 35. Plus what's your bonus?
Sorry, 45 was the roll.
Yep.
Plus 31 is her bonus. Plus 10 for intuitions.
31 or 41 for the bonus?
31.
So
31.
41 in total.
Yes, correct.
Cool. 3 hits. Boom.
Cool.
Wham, wham, into the back of this thing. It's now 18 past, guys. What do people want to do? Do we want to call it there? Do we want to play on? I'm happy to play on, but I'm also happy to call it there.
I'm going to have to turn in, sorry.
I mean, obviously, yeah. Going to say I'm ready for bed, but obviously somebody's hit my baby, and I've got a plan of action. Even though we're not talking to at the minute. But yeah, I do need to go to bed.
All right. Roll credits, guys. Rolling credits. First game of the year. There we go.
Yay.
I really.
That went so quickly.
Yeah. Stunned silence from the team.
Good fun. Thanks, Chris.
It was
Super.
great. I had a game plan.
It's alright, we got it covered. I think.
Well, the 13-foot undead troll. I never feel with what it covers. Gee.
He reminds me I need to get something that I can actually strike dead people with.
There's three characters. Is Aiden, has Demos got any secondary weapon skills?
He does have, I think he does have sword. Let me just check.